Welcome to day 2 of the British Paraswimming International Swim Meet incorporating World Paraswimming's World Series 2019. The action's been fast, it's been furious, and today is set to be no different. This is Deep End Live.
Good evening and welcome to Deep End Live. My name's John Mason, I'm the host of this show, and what a week we are having up here at the British Paraswimming International Meet incorporating World Paraswimming's World Series 2019. We have come to Glasgow to see some of the best paraswimmers in the world battle it out for that title, and also for the British paraswimmers, they are hoping to make it onto the team for the World Championships this coming summer. So lots of action, lots of fast swimming, and a whole lot of fun coming from the Deep End Live studio. Now joining me here tonight for day 2 finals, and of course the rest of the week, is our resident swimming expert, Paul Noble. Welcome, Paul, welcome back.
Yeah, great to be here, John.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to have you by my side, mate. So last night, day 1, kick-started the week, incredible way to start it.
Yeah, it was. It certainly kick-started is the right phrase to use there. 3 world records in the first day of competition. Absolutely phenomenal. Rhys Dunn, a newcomer to the para program just at the tail end of last year. Well, he started with a bang, hasn't he? A world record there in the 100 freestyle for the S13. And we've talked a lot over the last couple of days about how the Japanese team are preparing for their Paralympics just next year in Tokyo. And Taka Suzuki, a man who's been based here in the UK, he came out with a world record for the Japanese team. And what can you say about Maisie Summers-Newton, the new star of British swimming? Phenomenal swim, world record in the individual medley. Couldn't get much better for day 1.
It really, really couldn't have. And very fast swimming, like we said, those British para-athletes especially trying to make those qualification times for the World Championships this summer. We saw a couple go this morning, I think, and a couple of our athletes very, very close to those times. So hopefully tonight they'll be pushing that just that little bit harder.
Yeah, we've got a handful of swimmers who have made the consideration times already. We're hoping for a little bit more tonight's session. We had a couple in the heat session this morning, as you said. Tom Amos was very, very good in the 200 freestyle, the very last event that we enjoyed this morning. He's not taking part in the final tonight, so he's left the stage to others to see if they can make the time.
Well, we'll have to wait and see how that one pans out. But of course, loads of paraswimming action throughout the UK happening this year, including the World Championships. They are coming back to home soil. They're coming to London Aquatic Centre this coming summer. So let's take a look at what you've got to look forward to.
We're absolutely delighted that London will be hosting the World Paraswimming Championships this September. It's a fantastic opportunity. It's great for London, for our paraswimmers, and great to be back in the London Aquatic Centre again. So we're really excited about it.
I was lucky enough to get tickets to go and watch the swimming at the Paralympic Games in London. So to get that kind of first taste of it and being part of Team GB, even though it was in the crowd supporting, it was so inspiring. And to think that now I'm able to compete in the same venue and possibly on the same team as some of the people that were competing in London, it kind of blows my mind, because I still see Ellie Simmonds and I fangirl a little bit, and then I find it absolutely crazy that I'm friends with her, because back when I was younger, I wanted to go to nationals and swim for my club, and now I'm swimming for my country and meeting my heroes, so it's really special.
We've got a very young team, and they're very dynamic, they're very enthusiastic, but they need that experience. They need to be able to hear their name called, walk out on a massive stage with hopefully a big crowd here in London, and just soak up that environment and that atmosphere so that they're able then to make that step up when it goes to the Paralympic Games, because the Paralympic Games is always that massive showcase event for Paralympic sport.
Watching Paralympic Games was definitely the catalyst, as you may call it, to my career. It really inspired me because being able to watch someone similar to me, someone I could relate to, achieve success, it really kind of made me want it. So I think having the experience of being in the crowd and then knowing that you have people in the crowd that kind of were the young 11-year-old girls that I was there, being able to potentially try and inspire them the same way that Ellie Simmonds did me.
London 2019 World Championships is going to be special because of the home crowd and coming back to this city again after the 2012 Paralympic Games, where everything changed so much for Paralympic sport.
London Aquatic Centre, please.
Well, there you have it. Loads to look forward to over the coming summer, but of course, lots happening right here tonight. So let's take a look at all the action we got coming up. We got the women's 50-meter butterfly, the men's 50-meter butterfly, the women's 400-meter freestyle, the men's 400-meter freestyle, the women's 200-meter freestyle, and finishing off with that men's 200-meter freestyle. So lots of action happening in that pool here in Glasgow. So Paul, who are some of your picks of the night? Who should we be keeping our eye out for?
Well, I would like to see a couple more just dip under those consideration times for the GB team. First up, we saw her in the video there, Ellie Robinson. She is going in her big event. She's a world record holder in the 50 meters butterfly. Missed that qualification standard by just 0.2 of a second in the heats this morning. We hope for her to go a little bit faster. And then going on to the 400 freestyle, the Paralympic champion from Beijing and from London, Ellie Simmonds, the great Ellie Simmonds, hasn't quite managed to make that consideration standard. She will have another chance tonight in the 400 freestyle. I hope she can dip under that time.
Well, fingers crossed for both those athletes and, of course, everyone else racing as well. Now, we could not put these events on, of course, without the help from a lot of our sponsors. So let's take a look at what they've got to say.
The latest in tech suit innovation. Frictionless fiber construction. Surface lift technology. Endo compression cage. Seamless exo shell. Tier Benzo. Battleborn.
There you have it. A big thank you to all of our sponsors. We couldn't do it without you. And of course, as you saw, coming up here in Glasgow at the end of the year, the LEN European Short Course Championship. So loads to look forward to. Now, joining us down here in the Deep End Live studio tonight, we have two very, very special guests. So please make them feel very welcome. That's not just Paul Noble. We've got Steph Slater, MBE, and Scott Quinn. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming down.
Thank you.
So two of you, both very decorated, very experienced athletes in the para-swimming world. Steph, let's start with you. No longer in the pool, but a very important role with British para-swimming. Why don't you tell us a bit more about it, becoming the chair of the athlete rep group?
Yeah, so once I obviously had to retire through injury, I still wanted to be part of, involved with para-swimming, and the opportunity came up to obviously be on the athlete rep group, and I obviously applied and got the choice, and then I got selected to be the chair as well, so it was... Thank you.
So I know this is a very new thing for you, but what does it involve?
So we act as an advisory group to British Para Swimming, and we're basically a voice for the athletes to, you know, relay anything back to the senior management team at British Para Swimming, and also we have links with the World Para Swimming Advisory Group as well. So we obviously have links with those and everybody around the world to make sure that the athletes have a voice.
Yeah, yeah. Which is important, and I know, Scott, you're still competing. You're a member of this group as well. How important is it for athletes to have a voice like that?
Yeah, it's very important for the athletes to have a voice, to put their opinions over for things. It just kind of makes everything more open and honest, I would say, rather than being kind of like ducking and diving through like different directions and people having different ideas. So if we can bring it all together and get other athletes' views, especially the para guys, get their opinions on what could work or what pros and cons might be better.
And I know you're both very straight talkers, especially you, Scott. You see it as it is. And you couldn't think of a better two people to have on the group to make sure things are above board and going well for the swimmers. And of course, you're still swimming, as John said. You've got your big event tomorrow. How are you preparing for that?
Swam yesterday in this 200 IM, which was like a warm-up event for me. But yeah, tomorrow I'm kind of looking forward to trying to see what I can do in the water. You know yourself from the season competition, domestic competitions I've been at, Paul, when you've done your commentating there, you've seen how consistent I've kind of been, and I've been hoping to be very consistent with things. That's a really hard part for me, when it's not like not works, but when I feel something just, I've lost something and I kind of like, oh no, how do I get back?
Well, you've done a great job this season, Scott. I mean, world record last year at the tail end of the year in Manchester. I mean, we know you've got your superstitions, your rituals. Are we going to see the lucky boxer shorts tomorrow?
Probably, you'll see them.
Oh, that's good.
I'll need to double check that I've packed them, but I'll see what happens.
That would be a disaster now if you haven't.
No, it's fine. It's only a 50-minute drive. I can get my mum or my dad to drive back and get me them.
I kind of love that. A must-have, lucky boxers. And you, Steph, not swimming here, obviously retired. Are you enjoying being on the other side now, not having to get in the water?
Yeah, it's quite weird actually coming back today, because it was 3 years to the day that it was the Rio trials here. And this pool holds a lot of special memories for me, having the Commonwealth Games in 2014, and you know, I broke quite a few records in this pool as well, so it just holds quite a lot of special memories, and it's nice to be on the sideline cheering the other athletes on. So.
And I know you said you'd have to retire through illness and injury, but what a great way to finish in Rio with a gold medal in the relay. That was absolutely superb.
Oh yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. That relay, I gave it absolutely everything, and I felt like I was going to pass out. I gave it absolutely everything, and to finish my career, I didn't realise when I swam that last race that would be my last ever race. But what a way to finish, and I'm proud of what I achieved, and you know, I hold my head up high for it. So.
Well, you certainly should be proud of it, Steph. We were also proud of you, and I know Scott's still racing. A big summer ahead for you. World Championships coming up. Sights on Tokyo next year. How's preparations for that come in?
Yeah, preparation seems to be going pretty good at the moment. It's nice to hear that Worlds is going ahead. The work what people have done behind the scenes to try and get it to go ahead, I feel it's you've got to give the people there credit where it's due. Even our bosses in British Swimming, they've really worked hard. So it's good to have something coming back to the UK, and also it's only just down the road, so it's nothing. It's not that far.
Exactly, no jet lag. Well, look, thank you so much, guys, for coming down and having a chat with us. It's been absolutely brilliant. Now, of course, other athletes that we do have in the pool tonight, I've caught up with a few of them, including this chap who had an incredible swim this morning. It's Tom Amos. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
Tom, back in Glasgow.
Yeah.
Big pool for you.
Yeah.
Big week ahead. So you excited?
Yeah, this pool holds many memories.
Yeah.
I've got 200 freestyle, 200 IM, 100 free, so I've got 2 days of racing and hopefully bash it out, I guess.
It's going to be awesome. I mean, obviously, big times back here in the Commonwealth Games. You also down the Gold Coast last year. How was that?
Yeah, the Gold Coast was epic. Come away with a world record and a gold medal, so topped it off from 2014 where I got silver at this pool. So this pool brings back a lot of memories, and it's on home soil, so it's just only not too far away, and it'd just be good to have our home championships and get ready for London for our world championships.
I mean, having so many events come to home soil, do you get an extra buzz, competing in front of a home crowd?
Yeah, definitely. It would be nice to have like my family there, my girlfriend, and many people supporting all of us, so it'd be great.
Yeah. I mean, you had such a big year last year, you know, world records, Commonwealth titles, we had Europeans, like it was nuts for you. Yeah. How do you sort of move forward from that? Because you sort of you were up here, we've got the Worlds coming up, Tokyo next year. How do you move it on?
Yeah, last year was a big year, obviously European and Commonwealth champion. And I made a big change this year. I moved clubs. I moved from our national centre, which is in Manchester.
Yeah.
And I went to a club which is only like 20 minutes away, called Stockport Metro. So I kind of made a bit of a change, just because there's times to do change when you're doing so well than when you're not doing well. And I thought, well, I may as well do a change now. And if it doesn't work, I can go back to what was working. And if it does work, it might be even better.
Brilliant.
So it was a bit of gamble, and I took a big risk, and I'm just gone back to basics, just enjoying swimming with a nice big group of friends who were here last week, competing. Holly Hibbert, who's on the team for Worlds.
Just got selected.
So she's one of my training partners, so it's really good, and the club what I've moved to is really good, and they're supportive of para swimming and me in general, just a bit of a class clown, just bringing that atmosphere to everyone. So it's been a really good move. So this year,
Yeah,
it's really good. So I've moved there, and
I mean, it's the Worlds coming up, obviously. The selection process, super tough now. We were saying this with the swimmers last week, those times are really hard. Are you feeling like any sort of extra pressure to hit those, or what?
Well, it's always these competitions are always harder than actually going to a main championships, because you don't have the pressure of qualifying to get there, whereas here you've got to get a certain time to actually get to the World Championships. So that's always the hard bit, is actually qualifying to get to the major championship. Because when you're at the major championship, you just go there, do your thing, enjoy the whole experience. Whereas here, it's a bit more pressured, because you want to get that time to be able to go and enjoy that.
Yeah.
So the times are pretty tough, but it means you just got to knuckle in and try your best, I guess.
Just go for it. So, like, when you come to a meet like this, what's the last thing you sort of think of when you go out to race? Do you have like a routine or a ritual that you do or anything?
Not really. I just kind of think of all the hard work I've done in the past few weeks and months leading into this, and just try to put it all together into that one race. And it's always hard, you know, you always have your ups and downs, but you know, generally you go out behind the block thinking positive and you just get on with it. I don't really have any rituals. I just just get out there and enjoy just swimming fast.
Because I always find it fact, because some swimmers do,
Oh, yeah,
you know,
yeah,
some
they
swimmers
do, yeah.
have things that they
Yeah.
do, but I love that you get out there and just want to enjoy yourself, you know. Obviously, Tokyo next year, massive year, Paralympics come around again. I can't believe that.
It's crazy, it's
Isn't
come around
it?
so quick.
Like that, everyone's saying that as well.
Yeah.
So obviously that's sort of the main focus. We have Worlds, but what sort of events are you looking at going into that? How are we sort of preparing towards the end game, shall I say?
The end game is probably working with my coach. Obviously, he's a new coach now,
Yeah.
so it's learning new experiences from his behalf and my behalf, and how I work, how he works. So we've got, like, you know, a good amount of time now to nail our our race strategies, our pre-pool, everything, gym. We've got a bit of time now to just get together, work together, and try and, like, we both sat down and said, Worlds is a massive competition. It's in London, but the priority is Tokyo.
Yeah.
And, you know, I want to go there and get a Paralympic gold around my neck, then a world gold, if that makes sense, because that is the end goal.
Yeah.
And it's just come around so quick, and time we know it, we're going to be at our
gonna be
trials
there.
for the Paralympics.
Oh, it's terrifying, but exciting at the same time. Like, I'm super pumped for it, and I know you guys are. Well, look, mate, I can't wait to see what you do this week. Gonna kill it.
Cool.
Thanks for joining us. I'm sure we'll be having you in the studio, and good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in our technical officials. The technical delegate for the event is Tony Ward. The assistant technical delegate is David Metcalf. The referees for the event are Christine Golightly and Scott Milne. Control room is Colin Everson. The starters for the event are Sue Barker and Martin Noble. Technical officials, you may now take your seats. This is the women's 50-meter butterfly World Series final. In lane 8, representing Northampton, Eleanor Robinson. In lane 7, representing Ireland, Nicole Turner. In lane 6, representing Canada, Tess Routliff. In lane 5, representing Spain, Judith Rollo Mirical. In lane 4, representing Germany, Denise Kral. In lane 3, representing Sweden, Nicola St. Clair Maitland. In lane 2, representing Germany, Katharina Rosler. In lane 1, representing Greece, Maria Kyriakou. And in lane 0, representing Colchester Phoenix, Ellie Chalice. This is the women's 50-meter butterfly World Series final.
Well, there's a big chance now for Eleanor Robinson to secure that consideration time for the GB team for the World Championships. She is the world record holder. She is the European champion, the Paralympic champion. She has to dip under the time of 36.93. She is ahead of her great rival, Nicole Turner from Ireland. Here comes Ellie Robinson now into the closing stages. 36.93 is her target here. She's going to be very close. Robinson into the finish, and it's 36.20. She's inside that consideration standard. Ellie Robinson will get that standard for the World Championship team. Great performance from her. Let's have a look at the other Ellie on the other side of the pool. Ellie Chalice set a European record for the S3 class this morning in a time of 1:01.74. She's going to be inside that. It's very close. She's inside it again. Well done, Ellie Chalice. And subject to confirmation, another European record, personal best time for the young Ellie Chalice. What a swim. Wow. Well, Ellie Chalice, what a find she has been. But what about Ellie Robinson, the champion? Missed out just on that qualification consideration standard for the GB team this morning, but she made sure tonight.
Oh, she knew exactly what she was doing there. She came out, went out hard, and just head down, go, go, go. She got that 920 points, 36.20. I'm so happy for her making that consideration time. But as you said, Ellie Chalice, British record up there, provided that's all confirmed. But of course, they are your World Series medalists, so congratulations to all of those athletes. What a way to start the night.
Well, let's hope we can keep this going. Eleanor Robinson, she did the business. Fantastic. 920 points for Ellie Robinson. Superb. And Ellie Chalice, it's not the last we're going to see of her. She is a real talent for the future.
This is the women's 50-meter butterfly national final. In lane 5, representing Littlehampton, Georgia Howell. And in lane 4, representing Camden, Swiss, Leah O'Connell. This is the women's 50-meter butterfly national final.
Well, two swimmers in this national final. Leah O'Connell has had a couple of good swims already at these championships. Georgia Howell right next to her. Well, might be struggling to stay pace with Leah O'Connell, will be very much the favourite for this one, hoping to dip under the 42nd mark. Both the swimmers in the S7 class. Qualification for the S7 class, 35.64 for the GB team. That's the consideration time. Not sure these national swimmers will challenge that today, but a good marker for them in the future. 39.67 for Leah O'Connell. She touches the wall. 619 points with Georgia Howell coming in now. 49.46 for Georgia. 319 points for Georgia. So the two swimmers making it into the wall. Still waiting for confirmation of the result. 619 and 319 as they stand. Wait for the official result to see if this is confirmed. Oh, nervous wait, but we do have the result displaying on the scoreboard, and there is a disqualification. Well, unfortunately, it was Leah O'Connell disqualified, so Georgia Howell takes that national final.
They have it, our first champion of the night, Ellie Robinson. Ellie, congratulations. Job done. What a swim.
Yeah, I'm really happy to swim the qualifying time for Worlds. It's quite reassuring to know that I'm still ticking along and I'm kind of where I need to be. So, yeah, it's just good to know that I'm where I'm at is all right.
You made us wait for it. You just missed out this morning in the heats. Did you always think you were going to be able to get under the time in the final?
I really like swimming finals, so I think as long as I knew that I had the final to swim and I knew that I had that second opportunity, that I knew that hopefully I would be all right. So, yeah, it's just nice to have that second chance and also putting right what went wrong in the heats.
Yeah, and I mean, we were discussing this, Ellie, Paul and I. You know, with the S6 categories in para swimming, there is such depth in Britain, the best in the world. There's so many talented swimmers. Why are we so good at it?
I really don't know. I'm probably not the best person to ask. Maybe one of the coaches, or maybe it's just we have some good swimmers. Maybe it's just the people that are coming up. Maybe we just have really good genes. I don't know.
Talent, that's what it is. Look, congratulations. You've just made it up. First one of the night up onto our Best of British wall. But congratulations. Hopefully see you back in the studio before the week is out. Ladies and gentlemen, Ellie Robinson. This is the men's 50-meter butterfly World Series final. In lane 8, representing United States of America, Evan Austin. In lane 7, representing Colombia, Carlos Torano Zanate. In lane 6, representing South Africa, Christian Seti. In lane 5, representing Colombia, Nelson Crispin. In lane 4, representing Germany, Tobias Pollop. In lane 3, representing South Africa, Kabelo Zwane. In lane 2, representing Spain, Alejandro Rojas Cabrera. In lane 1, representing City of Glasgow, Andrew Mullen. And in lane 0, representing Czech Republic, Arnos Petracek. This is the men's 50-meter butterfly World Series final.
So a range of classifications in this final. S4 swimmer Arnos Petracek, closest to us in lane number 0. He could do well. Next to him, Andrew Mullen, the local man from City of Glasgow. To achieve that consideration time for the GB team, he has to go inside his own British record. So Andrew Mullen, real tough ask for him. In the outside lane, though, going well, is Evan Austin of the USA, America's record holder at 29.26 and 29.41 for Evan Austin, 900 points. Good swim from the American. And he's followed home by Carlos Serrano Zarate and Christian Seti. Nelson Crispin with a big points total. But look at Arnos Petracek, 946 points for the Czech Republic swimmer, 41.23. And he looks like he will take that World Para Series medal with Great Britain's Andrew Mullen finishing 38.37, the local man from right here in the City of Glasgow. So Arnos Petracek, here he is. If that result is confirmed, he will be the World Para Series champion. 946 points, we've said it all week, John, the last couple of days. 900 points. He's going to have to be swum to get the medals. The result is confirmed. Arnos Petracek is the champion ahead of Evan Austin and Nelson Crispin with the bronze.
This is the men's 50-meter butterfly national final. In lane 6, representing Northampton, William Perry. In lane 5, representing Colville, Levi Codling. In lane 4, representing Mount Kelly, Sebastian Williams. In lane 3, representing Northampton, Bruce D. And in lane 2, representing Louth, Harvey Phillips. This is the men's 50-meter butterfly national final.
This is the national final. And we do have, again, a range of classifications. There are 3 S6s in this one. Bruce D, Sebastian Williams, and William Perry. Levi Codling, right in the center with the blue cap of Colville. He is in the S7 class. And watch out for Harvey Phillips. He's the S4 class. He is the British record holder. He set that British record in Manchester at the tail end of last year. And he is out for another record. He was in great form yesterday, claiming the British record. He's going to try and do the same today. Very close at the front of the field, though. William Perry may well just take this one. The Northampton swimmer. We saw his teammate, Ellie Robinson, take the Women's World Para Series race. William Perry is in now, 368 points. What can Harvey Phillips do now? British record stands at 104.74, and Harvey is certainly going faster than he did this morning. 104.74, the British record. Here comes Harvey Phillips. It's close. It's 104.29. And Harvey Phillips again betters his own British record if that result is confirmed. So well done to Harvey Phillips. And look at the smile on the face of Harvey Phillips. That absolutely says it all. This young man is having a great time here in Tollcross in Glasgow. He did say to us this afternoon, he said he was taking it easy because he knew he would make the final. But Harvey Phillips, if this result is confirmed, he has set himself another British record. He almost leapt out of the pool there. Harvey Phillips, that is definitely the smile of the championship so far. Still waiting on the official result. Let's hope everything is above board. Harvey Phillips, absolutely superb swim in the 150 meters individual medley last night. He's bettered his own British record here. He's very close to the 200 meters British record, which has stood for quite a number of years. But he's managed to just improve his own record in this 50 meters butterfly. And it's great to see swimmers like Harvey Phillips and Ellie Chalice come through in the lower numerical classes and keep making improvements. So the result is confirmed, I think, on the scoreboard. William Perry takes that national final, 368 points, ahead of Sebastian Williams. Levi Codling in 3rd place, just ahead of Bruce D. And a new British record for young Harvey Phillips in the S4 class.
Well, I tell you what, it's a busy night in the Deep End Live studio tonight, being joined by 2 legends. We've got Andrew Mullen, best Brit in that race. Harvey, best Brit yesterday. Welcome, guys. So, Andrew, let's start with you. First time in the water. How was that feeling for you?
Yeah, it was a good swim. I've been trying some new technical aspects on my fly, just kind of trying to tweak it. So, coming into it, I wasn't really too sure what to expect. So, it's definitely been a massive learning curve. But you have to try these things, you know. If you never try new things, you're really limiting yourself on, like, you know, how much you can evolve as a swimmer. So no, there's a lot of positives to take away from the race.
And previously the fly has been one of your kind of main events, but the standard really, really tough to make the consideration standard for the World Championships.
Yeah, I mean, the standards are really tough, but as you said, it's a World Championships, you know, it's not meant to be easy to qualify for, so, you know, the selectors obviously set the criteria that they think is appropriate, and I just swim.
And in a home pool as well. I was just going to say, do you love having it come back here? You've had a lot of big mates here.
Yeah, it's nice. Like, I think lane 1's a lane I train in every single day, probably like 350 days a year. So to come and race in it, you know, I felt very comfortable, and it's like a home away from home, this pool for me.
Oh, well, look, congratulations, mate. And Harvey, you've been having a cracking week so far. Best British performance yesterday. How is it getting in this pool and racing on such a big stage?
Yeah, it was amazing. Like, first time with like all the people. Swimmers from like around the world. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. And you said to us you said to us that you were taking it easy in the heats this morning. Were you having us on? You certainly went a lot faster in the final.
Yeah, well, I haven't really been anywhere near that time recently, so it's
so you were having us on, yeah, all right, good.
He's a pro.
Exactly. And, you know, obviously training very hard, making waves as a young athlete. How are you sort of progressing? Where are your aims? Where do you see yourself in the coming years?
Hopefully, like Paralympics, ultimate goal. So.
You know what? That's not a bad goal, is it? Ask this man. Look, congratulations, guys. You've both made it up onto our Best of British wall, so we need to get your photo. But good luck for the rest of your events. It's brilliant having you in the studio.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the women's 50-meter butterfly. Presenting the medals, British Swimming Board member Graham Marchbank. Winner of the bronze medal, representing Ireland, Nicole Turner. Winner of the silver medal and top junior British performance, representing Colchester Phoenix, Ellie Chalice. Winner of the gold medal and 2019 World Series winner and top British performer, representing Northampton, Eleanor Robinson. Glasgow, give it up for our medalists.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's 50-meter butterfly. Winner of the bronze medal, representing Colombia, Nelson Crispin. Winner of the silver medal, representing United States of America, Evan Austin. Winner of the gold medal and 2019 World Series winner, representing Czech Republic, Arnold Petracek. Our top British swimmer, representing City of Glasgow, Andrew Mullen. And top junior British swimmer, representing Mount Kelly, Sebastian Williams. Glasgow, give it up for our medalists. This is the women's 400-meter freestyle World Series Final 3. In lane 1, representing Iceland, Thelma Bjornsdottir. In lane 7, representing Galashiels, Beth Johnson. In lane 2, representing Sweden, Nicola St. Clair Maitland. In lane 6, representing Finland, Jessica Markkanen. In lane 3, representing Sweden, Agnes Kramer. In lane 5, representing People's Republic of China, Wang Xinyi. And in lane 4, representing Egypt, Ayala Tufik. This is the women's 400-meter freestyle World Series Final 3.
So we're away for the first of the World Series finals, just like last night. We have 3 World Series finals, and all 3 could have potential winners of the medals here. The 3 finals just organised in the qualification time order, but of course the medals are presented on the points, so we could have the top points earners coming from this heat or the next one or the final one. We'll have the leading 3-point scorers in the hot seats just next to us at the commentary position here. We'll see if they remain in those seats as we progress through the other 2 finals. Beth Johnson leads them through. She's an S10 swimmer from Galashiels, the borders of Scotland. She's had a good last couple of years as a Scottish team representative in the Gold Coast. Last year at the Commonwealth Games. Trying to push on a time that she set this morning, 5:32.95. Beth Johnson, she's a Scottish record holder in a number of events in the S10 class. And she leads Jessica Markkinen from Finland. Goes in lane 6. Wang Jinyi from China, the S11 swimmer. One of these S11 swimmers swims with no vision at all. I've seen a number of the S11 swimmers taking part at this World Series event here in Glasgow. It's great to see. And numbers are building up in those S11 classes. They all wear blacked out goggles in the S11 classes. We'll have tappers at the end of the lanes. And there's the tapper coming in for Wang at the moment. She goes over. Pretty decent, I think. Again, as we've seen with the other S11 swimmers, trying to stay as straight as possible, but some of the S11 swimmers will veer towards one end of the lane or not, and maybe just skirt the lane ropes to try and keep them in a relatively straight direction. You don't want to hit those lane ropes full on, because I can tell you from experience, if you get your arms and your hands in those plastic lane ropes, there's not much give in them at all. They will hurt, and we've seen some, well, not only the S11 swimmers, but other swimmers come out of races bruised on the arms and the hands and the shoulders. One going in to the halfway point. In 250 actually, 250.14. Beth Johnson still leads them, 242.92. The lower of the classification numbers, we have Thelma Bjornsdottir from Iceland, closest to us in lane number 1. We have Ayala Tufik from Egypt in lane number 4. She had a very strong finish, the Egyptian, in this morning's heat. 6:02 was her finishing time. And that was a new African record for the Egyptian, so on great form. The Egyptian, we've seen a number of new African records from the Egyptian team and from the South Africans as well. As everyone ramps up the pressure as we go on towards the World Championships later the year. And of course, the big prize is Tokyo next year. Everyone trying to qualify for those 2 big events. Tufik going through there, 3:43. She'll come down to the 300 mark in a short while. Beth Johnson already approaching that 300 mark. Galashiels swimmer. Down, as I said, in the Scottish borders. So Beth going over there in a 4:09.81. She has a couple of seconds lead over Jessica Markkinen. Finland have been regular visitors to the British international meet over the years. They've often had quite a small but very high quality team, the Finnish team. They've got quite a big team this time, biggest Finnish team that I've seen, I think, over the years. Bringing a number of people through, including Jessica Markkinen. I think Jessica was here last year. Wang still in 3rd position. These 3 are away and clear in terms of time as they go into the final turn. Swimmers in the lower classification numbers, Bjornsdottir, Tufik, and the 2 Swedes in the yellow caps. They're having their own private battles there a little bit further down, but when it comes to the points totals, you never know. It is the closest to the world record for the particular classification. So keep an eye on the points totals as they finish. Beth Johnson looks like she is going to hold off the challenge of Jessica Markkanen. Markkanen trying everything to get back here, but I'm not sure she's going to catch Beth Johnson. Scottish swimmer is going to win this first final in her native Scotland. Time 5:36 for Beth, 514 points. That is a few points better than Jessica Markkanen. Wang in third place with a high points total. I wonder if Tufik can better that African record again. Stands at 6:02.46. Ayala Tufik, we'll keep an eye on her. She's finishing fast, as she did this morning. Clock just ticking over at 6:02. I don't think she's going to be quite as fast. And it's 6:04.11 for the Egyptian, just ahead of Agnes Kramer. Nicholas and Claire Maitland just behind them as well. Close finish between the three. In terms of points, we're still waiting for the official result, of course. Wang Xinyi from China, the S11 swimmer, 715 points. And it's the two S6s in as the next highest points winners. Ayala Tufik couldn't quite match her African record from this morning, and Thelma Bjornsdottir, 610 points for the Icelandic swimmer. 6 minutes 10 and 610 points. There's a symmetry about that, I think. 5-second improvement as well. Goggles are being checked for the S11 swimmer. I think that's a nod of the head. So we should shortly be getting the official result.
And there you have it. Those results have been confirmed. This is the women's 400-meter freestyle World Series Final 2. In lane 9, representing Portugal, Susana Veiga. In lane 0, representing Rhonda Kynan-Taff, Rebecca Lewis. In lane 8, representing South Africa, Alani Faraya. In lane 1, representing Germany, Marlene Enjolath. In lane 7, representing Germany, Nile Buddha. In lane 2, representing Northampton, Maisie Summers-Newton. In lane 6, representing Czech Republic, Vendula Duskova. In lane 3, representing Italy, Camilla Luscri. In lane 5, representing Wickham District, Katie Crowhurst. And in lane 4, representing Camden Swiss Cottage, Eleanor Simmonds. This is the women's 400-meter freestyle World Series Final 2.
Well, this is the race we've been looking forward to. Eleanor Simmonds in the water again, one of her big events. She was a Paralympic champion in this event. Famously As a youngster in the Beijing Paralympics 2008 was the games where she made her name. Followed that up with a sensational victory in the London Paralympic Games of 2012. Ellie Simmonds, well, she has qualification standard to achieve at 5:22.98. She went 5:24 this morning. She's got to go a second or so quicker. She's right in the middle there, in the bottom of the two yellow lanes in the center of the pool. They're pretty much pacing on pace with Maisie Summers-Newton, 2 lanes down. Pretty tight in the early stages here. We'll keep an eye on Ellie Simmonds, see if she can dip under that qualification standard. She was the highest points earner from this morning, 911 points. She's gone out there in 117.06. Can tell you that already is over a second faster than she went in the heats this morning. So Ellie Simmonds means business here. She doesn't want to leave anything to chance. She had a year or so out after the Rio Paralympic Games. She had been on the British team really since 2006, so 10 years continuously on the British team. Took a little bit of time out, and we could blame her after that incredibly successful Paralympic Games in Rio, where she took gold in the 200 medley. And Ellie Simmonds, well, she came back, she made the European Championship team last year, which I'm not sure if she expected to do that, expected to be back on the British team quite so quickly after her break. But she's determined now that she can make this British team for the World Championships in the lead up to Tokyo. Training in London now with Camden Swiss Cottage and with her old coach and mentor Billy Pye, also down there in London. So we'll watch out Ellie Simmonds as she comes to the halfway point. Susana Veiga from Portugal leads them through. Alani Ferreira in second position with Nila Labuda from Germany in third place. Ellie Simmonds gone over the halfway point in 2:37.72, and that is again a couple of seconds inside what she went this morning. She's in great shape, Ellie Simmonds, to make that qualifying time, 5:22.98. Ellie Simmonds is the British record holder in this event. She set that right here in Glasgow in the qualification trials for the Rio Paralympic Games. And I can tell you, she is absolutely bang on British record pace, which should be incredible for Ellie Simmonds. Only 1/100th of a difference from her British record swim 3 years ago. So Ellie Simmonds looking good at this stage, but we're just over halfway, and she's got to bring this back now. Susana Veiga, the Portuguese swimmer, going well in the outside lane. She is leading Ferreira of South Africa pretty comfortably. The S9 swimmer from Portugal against the S13 swimmer from South Africa. Nila Labuda going well too for Germany, the S12 swimmer in lane number 7. Ellie Simmonds going along very nicely in lane number 4, bringing herself back into contention here. We'll check the time. British record was set here in 3:58.69. She's 3:58.85. Ellie Simmonds bang on schedule here for a possible British record, and well inside that qualification standard here. She has got Katie Crowhurst to chase right next to her, the S13's youngster from Wickham in lane number 5. Ellie Simmonds, famed for her fast last 100. She won't mind if she doesn't get the British record. She won't mind if she slips by that qualification standard, though, for the British team. And that stands, as I said, 5:22.98. Ellie Simmonds now. She is on her way home now. Can she dip under that qualification standard? Susana Veiga is going to take this one ahead of Alani Ferreira. And Nila Labuda, Ellie Simmonds is digging in. She is using absolutely everything now to try and get back here under that qualification standard. Vega is going to be in first place, but here is Ellie Simmonds now. The qualification standard, 5:22.98. Here she comes. Surely she's going to do it. 5:22.98. She is inside it. The time of 5:19.27. Ellie Simmonds just half a second outside her own British record. And the smile is there on the face of Ellie Simmonds. Well inside that qualification standard. Well, we are shaking here in the commentary position. John Mason's lost it.
I was on my feet there. I mean, the energy in here was palpable. Smile on her face said it all as well. What a swim. What a way to finish off her night here. Incredible, incredible stuff. And what a strong back end to that race.
Well, for someone who has been out of the water, she's only been back in for a year. Yeah. That was incredible. Right on her best time, half a second outside it.
Yeah, I think she's absolutely going to be happy with that one. I mean, you could see it on her face. There's smile like no other, but we'll hopefully be having a catch up with her very soon. But what a swim from her. 957 points, 5:19.27 onto that consideration time for the World Championships. Awesome, awesome stuff. There it is, those results are confirmed. Eleanor Simmonds out in front. Congratulations to her, making under the consideration time for the World Championships as well. Fantastic, fantastic effort from her. There she is, can't get that smile off her face. Brilliant stuff. This is the women's 400-meter freestyle World Series Final 1. In lane 9, representing Poland, Olivia Jablonska. In lane 0, representing Ealing, Alice Tai. In lane 8, representing Guildford City, Zara Maluli. In lane 1, representing North Ayrshire, Abby Kane. In lane 7, representing Canada, Rayleigh Rivard. In lane 2, representing Ireland, Amy Marin. In lane 6, representing Colts Otters, Tony Shaw. In lane 3, representing United States of America, Michaela Jenkins. In lane 5, representing Netherlands, Chantal Gineveld. And in lane 4, representing Corsham, Stephanie Millwood. This is the women's 400-meter freestyle World Series Final 1.
Well, you saw the swimmers in the hot seats. There, they are the medalists as they stand. One more heat to come, though. And can we get... And anyone topple Ellie Simmonds, you have to go in excess of 950 points. It was such a good swim from Ellie Simmonds there. Let her off that, under that qualification standard. If anyone's going to do it, it might be the world record holder in the S10 class, and that's Aurélie Rivard of Canada. We know that she is in great form. We saw her swim an excellent 100 freestyle yesterday. 2 excellent 100 freestyles yesterday. Very close to her own world record. She did the treble in Rio, the 50, the 100, and the 400 freestyle titles. Rivard leads them through in 105.80. Jablonska in second. Zara Maluli in between the top 2 in the world for the S10 class. Great Britain youngster, hoping to be pulled through to a decent time. Tony Shaw has got a chance too of making that qualification standard for the GB team. She's the European champion, had a superb European Championships last year. She's gone out in 107.13, and she is bang on course to try and get under that time. The time that Tony Shaw is looking for, probably the most likely of the GB swimmers to dip under the consideration time, 4:43.99. So keep an eye on Tony Shaw there. She's moved up into 3rd spot, just ahead of Zara Maluli. It's the big 2 in the S10 class, though, leading them through, Aurélie Rivard and Olivia Jablonska. They have been medalists in the major championships before. Watch out for Alice Tai as well. She is in the lowest numerical class. She goes in lane 0. Not a target event for Alice Tai, you would say, but she's going along very nicely in the first half of this one. The qualification standard for Alice Tai, 4:50.80. So Alice Tai, a little bit of an outside chance here. But the European champion, Tony Shaw, well, this will be a big opportunity for Tony Shaw to try and dip under that standard. She is just about on course to do it. She's got another 200 to go, of course, so just at the halfway point. Tony Shaw is going to have to show some resilience here. She's right next to Zara Maluli there in terms of position. It's the 2 S10 champions out ahead still. Aurélie Rivard, Olivia Jablonska, the 2 GB teammates, the 2 youngsters, Tony Shaw and Zara Maluli, absolutely together there. Tony Shaw, 2:55.73. She is 3 seconds faster than she was this morning, and she needs to be 3 seconds faster. That's exactly the margin that she needed to be inside that consideration standard for the GB team. Tony Shaw still in with a chance here, but Aurélie Rivard, the world record holder, is just pulling away from the rest now. Jablonska in second position. The Canadian, though, will hit the front, 3:25.33 for Aurélie Rivard. And going over at the 300 mark, Tony Shaw, 3:33.39 for Tony Shaw. And, well, she is just maybe slipping down now. She's around about 2 seconds faster than she went this morning. She's really going to have to pick it up now in this last 100. Still has a chance, Tony Shaw. It's going to have to be a fast last 100 for the European champion, though, Tony Shaw. Zara Maluli just about getting the edge now, but Rivard surely is going to take this one, and it will be a big points total, I am sure. She's going to be well under the 4:30 mark, Aurélie Rivard. We'll see how deep into the 900-point range she can get. Maluli, Tony Shaw now, 4:10 for Tony Shaw. She really has to have a very, very swift last 50. I'm not sure if Tony Shaw is going to be able to get under the time of 4:43.99. Maluli is stretching away now, and Tony Shaw really going to have to dig in. Rivard is coming home now. 949 points for Rivard. Another huge total. Jablonska in the 900 range. And Tony Shaw, I think the time is just slipping away for her. Maluli, 4:44. Tony Shaw, 4:47. And the Coldwater's swimmer outside the consideration time on this occasion. Maluli, 843 points. One of those swimmers that we see in the hot seats will be leaving us, because that time for Aurélie Rivard, an excellent 949 points for the Canadian. World record holder, Paralympic champion. She's followed it up with another impressive swim, 4:33.96 for Aurélie Rivard. Jablonska in second, 436.40. And it looks like it might be Alice Ty, 456.03 in terms of points. Alice Ty in for third.
And there is your summary. There are our medalists. Bronze medal position, Olivia Jablonska from Poland, 9:24. Aurelia Rivard for Canada in silver with 9:49. And Eleanor Simmonds takes a gold medal with 957 points. Congratulations to those athletes. This is the women's 400-meter freestyle national final. In lane 9, representing Gloucester, Harriet Dickinson. In lane 0, representing RTW Monson, Fern Snedden. In lane 8, representing Camden Swiss, Charlotte Hyde. In lane 1, representing Littlehampton, Georgia Howell. In lane 7, representing RCT squad, Seren LeConte. In lane 2, representing Gloucester, Olivia Pickering. In lane 6, representing Motherwell, Erin Swan. In lane 3, representing Livingston, Kate Boland. In lane 5, representing Rushton, Amber Haycock. And in lane 4, representing Shrewsbury, Portia Jones. This is the women's 400-meter freestyle national final.
It could be a very interesting national final here. Certainly in terms of points, we have a range of classifications taking part in this national final. Fern Snedden right down there in lane number 0. There's the S6 swimmer from RTW Monson. Two S7s, which are Georgia Howell and Charlotte Hyde. Olivia Pickering from Gloucester, the S8 swimmer, Seren LeConte, S9. Number of S10s as well, and Kate Boland in the S12 class. Charlotte Hyde, Camden Swiss swimmer, had a very high points total in the qualification heats. I'll be inspired by our new teammate, Ellie Simmonds, of course, now Camden Swiss as well. Charlotte Hyde, that time of 5:42, earned her 666 points, so not too bad at all for Charlotte Hyde. A little bit behind Seren LeConte and Harriet Dickinson in the early stages. Really, Harriet Dickinson, 3 classes up. She's probably going to have to be in excess of 15 or 16 seconds to actually challenge Charlotte Hyde. And the gap at the moment as they go through the first 100 is something like 6 seconds. So if they continue at that pace, Harriet Dickinson's got a real chance of topping Charlotte Hyde in terms of points. It's around the corner, as we mentioned this morning in commentary. The S9 world record for this 400 freestyle is very, very swift indeed. It's from the Rhonda Kinnan-Taff squad. And she swims in the S9 class. The S9 world record holder, Natalie Dutoit, some in the Olympic Games as an amputee in the open water swimming. It's a real tough standard for the S9 swimmers to try and get close to that world record and close to a high points total. Going well on the outside though, Harriet Dickinson. She'll come down to halfway point here. She's gone out, I would say, a lot faster than she was this morning. Harriet Dickinson from Gloucester. And she goes through the halfway point. On that time of 2:39.15. So Dickinson in a good position in these early stages. Slightly up on her time from the heats. Charlotte Hyde now trying to pick up the pace a little bit now. She's gone ahead of Seren Lecomte. 2:49 for Charlotte Hyde as she goes through the halfway point. She's not too far away from the time that she did this morning, 2:48 this morning. She's only a second outside of that time. So the two swimmers that I would say probably the favourites in terms of points, Charlotte Hyde and Harriet Dickinson, are pretty much on a pace of what they were this morning. Come down to the 300 mark. Harriet Dickinson from Gloucester still leads them with a big lead there. Already 11 seconds the gap between Charlotte Hyde and Harriet Dickinson. And it seems to be extending as they're going through here. I wonder if Harriet Dickinson's got a little bit of a glimmer of hope here that she can get a better points total than Charlotte Hyde. Young swimmers in this one as well. Remember the junior title for GB swimmers, born 2004 and after. So we have Fern Snedden from Royal Tunbridge Wells, Monson. Kate Boland from Livingston, just down the road here. Amber Haycock, born in 2007. And Seren Lecomte as well, born in 2004. So, junior title, very much up for grabs in this national final. Harriet Dickinson still leads them through. She's in the last 100 now. 4:06.65. Charlotte Hyde still moving into second position. The gap still around about 11 seconds, and that'll suit Charlotte Hyde. Remember, she swims 3 classes below Harriet Dickinson. World record is a lot slower, so in terms of points, Charlotte Hyde should have the edge here. But Harriet Dickinson just pushing through here into the final turn and out again. She has the lead. Let's just check the gap between Charlotte Hyde and Harriet Dickinson. 4:51 for Harriet Dickinson, and the gap's closed actually, 10 seconds only by Charlotte Hyde. She's picking up very strongly. Charlotte Hyde 6:66 in the heat. I wonder if she's going to try to be better than that. Harriet Dickinson is coming home now. Her heat points total, 540 points for Harriet Dickinson in a time of 5:30.61. She's coming into the closing stages now. Just going to slip by that 5:30. Harriet Dickinson took it out strong, and she finishes in front of the field, 5:33.12. I think we should be on for a high points total for Charlotte Hyde now. The S7 swimmer coming in now. Going to be in the 600 range somewhere. 6:52 for Charlotte Hyde. 5:44.68. Good contest. Seren Lecomte and Erin Swan. Seren Lecomte 5:57.30. Erin Swan 5:58.69. Kate Boland is in 6:03.28. The youngster Amber Haycock is coming in now. We'll check the points total for her. Well, 361 points for Amber Haycock. In terms of the juniors, I think it might be Kate Boland, could be wrong. Kate Boland possibly, 443 points. But still, a couple of swimmers to finish now. Georgia Howell and Fern Snedden. Coming in there, Georgia Howell, she had a busy night already. We saw her in the 50 butterfly. Now into the 400, so here comes Georgia Howell. Into the closing stages now. We'll check her points total. 391 for Georgia Howell. Can Fern Snedden challenge for the top junior points total here? She comes in 424 for Fern Snedden, just under the 7-minute mark, 658.71 for the Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson swimmer. So we'll wait for confirmation.
Well, being joined in the studio by none other, the legend that is Ellie Simmonds. What a swim!
Yeah, I'm really, so shocked, so shocked. I'm just, I just don't know what to do. I'm just so happy.
Oh, we were all happy for you. We were all on our feet here as you were coming down. And did you know you were pretty much on your best time all the way through that? It was absolutely superb.
Yeah, I didn't know at all. I wasn't expecting to be 5:19, so close to my personal best. I think my main aim going into that was just to hit the qualification time, 5:22.98, and to go 5:19. I'm just over the moon. I just can't believe it. Like, I was a bit emotional, but I'm just, really happy now.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that you were smiling so much after you touched the wall. I think everyone was here with you. Now, you took a year out. You've obviously been a staple on the British team for a long time. A year out for you. How important was that for you to re-energise your swimming?
I think it was really important. I think after Rio, I just needed to be a normal 21-year-old. I'd done swimming for such a long time. My first world champs in 2006 in Durban at the age of 12, and then 21 in Rio, and I just needed to reevaluate what I wanted to do in life. So I think it was just a year just to figure out things and to come back in and move to London, be with my swimming club, Camden Swiss Cottage, be back with Billy Pye and Adam Taylor, and just, I found my love for my sport, and I'm just so happy, and I just love it.
You look like you've got your love back, definitely. And you mentioned Billy there. He's been with you pretty much the whole way through your career. How important is Billy to you?
Oh, he's so important. He's like my best friend. He's my coach. He's just, one of my biggest support team. And to do it for him, to do it for my swimming club, my coach, my parents. And it's swimming, and I just love it. And I'm just so excited to hopefully get picked for World Championships, and it's in London, which is the pool I train in all the time, and to go there, and in the September, I'm just over the moon.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, we can't wait to see what you do this summer. If it's anything like that, it's going to be thrilling to watch. Congratulations, Ellie.
You.
Brilliant. I'm going to get you up on our wall now, get your Polaroid, because you're one of the best of British, of course.
Thank you
Ladies and gentlemen, Ellie Simmonds. This is the men's 400-meter freestyle World Series Final 3. In lane 9, representing Belgium, Sam de Visser. In lane 0, representing Egypt, Ahmed Hashad. In lane 8, representing Germany, Felix Uli Fichelmann. In lane 1, representing Switzerland, Leo McQuay. In lane 7, representing Ireland, Jonathan McGrath. In lane 2, representing Egypt, Ahmed Ali. In lane 6, representing Portugal, Ruben Linhares. In lane 3, representing Ireland, Patrick Flanagan. In lane 5, representing Portugal, Marco Meneses. And in lane 4, representing Portugal, Daniel Videira. This is the men's 400-meter freestyle World Series Final 3.
We are away for the first of the World Series finals. And again, for 3 finals, again, we'll have swimmers in the hot seats after the end of this heat. And they may, or they may not, be eliminated from those hot seats. Depends on what the points total is for the swimmers in this one. Again, a range of classifications out. Swimmers in lane 0 through to lane 4. On the bottom end of the pool as we look at it. Swimmers in the S6 class. Ashad, McCree, Ali, Flanagan, and Videira. And all the S6s. 3 Portuguese swimmers in the centre there. Lane 5, Marco Meneses. Another one of the S11 swimmers.
So just a quick announcement for athletes and coaches. The 50-meter breaststroke for tomorrow will now be swum as a straight final. So even though they are on the start list for tomorrow morning, they will not be swum as heats for both men and women. The heats are not happening for the breaststroke, 50-meter breaststroke. They will be swum as a straight final for both men and women.
German swimmer Felix Wichtelmann leads them through. First 150 meters. Sam de Visser had a good swim this morning. Young Belgian swimmer in the outside lane. Here we go in 8 and 9. Jonathan McGrath, experienced Irishman. Spoke about him in the heats this morning. A number of major championships that he has been to over the years. Looks like Fichtelmann, the German, as they go past the halfway point. Getting in good position here, just ahead of Sam de Visser. 2 teenagers here at the front of the field. Jonathan McGrath, just in 3rd place. In good position here, Jonathan McGrath. Just heading. The 2 Portuguese swimmers there. Ruben Linhares, Marco Meneses. That's centre lane. Marco Meneses has shown some real improvements. The S11 swimmer, we see him there with a tapper at the end here. He's shown some real improvements over the last year or so. Medalist in the European Championships, of course, for Portugal. He's hoping to improve the time that he did this morning, 5:10.35. Fichtelmann, the German, leads the Belgian, the Berliner, Felix Uli Fichtelmann. He's 18 years of age. There's the Portuguese team encouraging their 3 swimmers in this one. Daniel Videira, Marco Meneses and Ruben Lynn Harris. Out of the three of them, I think that the likes of Badera will have a decent chance of getting the highest points total. He is in one of the lower numerical classes, Daniel Videira, for Portugal in the S6 class. He was another one who had very good European Championships for the Portuguese team. Fichtelman still leads them, but it's only by a very, very small margin now from Sam de Visser. As they're coming down to the closing stages of this one. Both of them in at 4:14 at the top end at the turn. And who's going to win the battle here? Felix Fichtelman and Sam de Visser going absolutely head-to-head here. The young Belgian on the outside, the blue cap of the German Fichtelman. They're coming in absolutely together, stroke for stroke as they approach the finish now. Who's going to get the touch? And it is 3/100ths of a second. The Germans are happy with that one. Sam de Visser just losing out on the touch. Jonathan McGrath in 4:53.20. And following him in is Ruben Lynn Harris. And coming in is the next two Portuguese swimmers. Marco Meneses in 5:10.27, just a little bit faster than he went in the heats this morning, so well done, Marco. Another improvement for him, but watch out for the points total of Daniel Videira, 695. Well, he ties Johnny McGrath there, 695 apiece. So they might have to share that hot seat, that top spot, for a little while. Leo McCree, 5:40 for Leo McCree. Well, we saw him set a qualification standard for the Swiss team this morning. He's bettered his time again, the young man, Leo McCree, 5:40.25. Cements his place in that Swiss team for the World Championships. So as it stands, John, we've got a tie for top spot.
Yes, of course. That was only the first heat, though, so we do have two more to go. So a long, nervous wait for those chaps as they sit there in the hot seat, we like to call it. Wait and see how the other athletes compete over the coming heats. Will be the highest point score, of course, for these World Series finals. Still plenty of world-class athletes to come.
Yeah, third spot will be Felix Fichtelman if the result is confirmed. Marco Meneses having his blacked out goggles checked before the result can be made official. 1 point the difference between Fichtelman and Sam de Visser, 3/100ths of a second. So Felix Fichtelman will get the chance to sit in that hot seat for a short time maybe, but you never know. As the result confirmed, 695 apiece, Johnny McGrath and Daniel Videira.
This is the men's 400-meter freestyle World Series Final 2. In lane 9, representing Belgium, Jano Tiedens. In lane 0, representing People's Republic of China, Zhu Zhihou. In lane 8, representing Germany, Taliso Engel. In lane 1, representing Manchester, Michael Jones. In lane 7, representing Azerbaijan, Shamil Shahov. In lane 2, representing Netherlands, Roger Dorsman. In lane 6, representing Czech Republic, Jonas Kesner. In lane 3, representing Japan, Uchu Tomita. In lane 5, representing Cockermouth, Jacob Liam Leach. And in lane 4, representing Portugal, Gino Gaetano. This is the men's 400-meter freestyle World Series Final 2.
Three S9s in the centre of the pool. Gaetano, Jacob Leach, Jonas Kessner. Two S11 side by side, Roger Dorsman. And Ucha Tomita right in the lanes 2 and 3. You'll see the two tappers there as they go over in the early stages here, that first turn. Right down closest to us, Zhu from China, S8 swimmer. Probably the favourite for this one is Michael Jones, based in Manchester. Swimmer with the lowest numerical classification, that red cap there in lane number 1. Michael Jones, what a swim he had this morning. Dipped under that GB consideration time. Try and make the World Championship team. So he's done the hard work in this 400 freestyle. Here's the Paralympic champion in the S7 class, Mikey Jones, and the European champion. I wonder if he can make it to the World Championships to try and make it the treble. Red cap of Mikey Jones, the back of the field, but you would expect that. The seeding in terms of time is the slowest, closest to us. Chinese swimmer Zhu, up to the fastest with Jarno Terens from Belgium. Right at the top there. That's how these finals have been seeded. That's how the heats are seeded as well. Swimmers of very similar times are right next to each other. No surprise to see the likes of Michael Jones at the back of the field at the moment, but in terms of points, watch out for him when we get to the end. He was the top point scorer from the heats this morning, 896 points. I wonder if he can just force his way into the 900-point range. 695. Are the two leaders at the moment as we come down for this second final. Talso Engel and Jarno Terens separated by almost half a second there. Talso Engel, 2 European championships for the German team. He was the youngest German swimmer at the European Championships in 2016 in Funchal, Madeira. Continue to go to European Championships last year in Dublin. Sure, he's another one. Love to go to the World Championships as well. The German team always been strong throughout the years. We've seen a good few youngsters come through the ranks for the Germans in recent times. Talso Engel, one of them. Swimming in the S13 class. Swimmer with a visual impairment. That's the man with the German cap there in the white. Just ahead of the Belgian Jarno Terens. Group of 4 swimmers following them. Shamil Shavov, Jonas Kessner, Jacob Leach and Gino Gaetano. That middle section, the two S11s right next to each other, side by side. Tomita and Dorsman. Mikey Jones still in a good position here, just on the feet of Zhu, the Chinese swimmer. As they come down now to the 300 mark, everyone through the 300 mark. Mikey Jones, 3:36 for him. It's just around about a second or so slower than he was this morning. Really put everything into that swim this morning, Mikey Jones. He's been suffering a little bit of a shoulder injury over the recent months, but he managed to pull it out of the bag this morning to achieve that consideration time. Thalasso Engel is heading for home now. The German with a qualification time of 4:33.83, so maybe close to that one. I'm sure he comes into the last 15, past the red markers there. That's 15 to go. Into the last 10 now. We'll watch the clock. I think it's going to be a very good time for Thalasso Engel. 4:33 from the heats has been improved to 4:27.23. 684 points for the German. 755 apiece there for Jacob Leach and Jonas Kessner, the two S9 swimmers, touching there in 4:34.41. And we'll check on the points totals for Mikey Jones. Here he comes now, and he finishes in 4:50.56, and that is the top point score of that heat, that final, sorry, 886 points for the S7 swimmer from Manchester. Well, there are the swimmers in the positions at the moment, but I don't think any of them are going to survive. Mikey Jones, if this result is confirmed, well, they will have to vacate the seats because Mikey Jones is on his way. 792 points for Uchu Tomita. Is next in line if the result is confirmed. And Roger Dorsman with 788 points. There he is, heading towards the hot seats. He will be in position number 3. So 886 for Mikey Jones. That looks like it is going to be the top point score. Still waiting for the confirmed result though.
And there we have it. Those results have been confirmed. Congratulations to those athletes.
So Mikey Jones top of the tree at the moment, 886. That's the target for this third final.
This is the men's 400-meter freestyle World Series Final 1. In lane 9, representing Netherlands, Bas Takken. In lane 0, representing United States of America, Carson Sanoki. In lane 8, representing City of Manchester, Lewis White. In lane 1, representing Netherlands, Thomas van Rooij. In lane 7, representing Germany, Justin Kaps. In lane 2, representing Ireland, Barry McClements. In lane 6, representing University of Stirling, Oliver Carter. In lane 3, representing Borough of Kirklees, Jonathan Booth. In lane 5, representing Nova Centurion, Oliver Hind. And in lane 4, representing Portugal, David Grachat. This is the men's 400-meter freestyle World Series Final 1.
So last of the finals. Can anyone dislodge the three from the hot seats there? It's a good standard set by Mikey Jones, 886 points. That's going to be difficult to do. Going to have to be in the 800-point range if they're going to dislodge any of the top three so far. 792 for Tomita and 788 for Dorsman. Going out fast though, Bastaken. We have a Netherlands swimmer in third position. Sure, he would love to knock his countrymate out of that position. Bastaken goes out fast, 28.24, followed by Lewis White, who's representing Manchester. Lewis White, a medalist at the Paralympic Games in this very event, the 400 freestyle, hasn't yet achieved qualification standard, the consideration time for the GB team. It's very fast, 4:19.59 for Lewis White to try and achieve here. He's gone out fast, 1:09.89, so Lewis White giving himself a chance here to try and make that consideration time, as I said, 4:19.59. Bastaken away and clear. Justin Capps very close behind Lewis White, and Oliver Carter as well, not too close behind again. It is very, very tight in the center of the field, but Bastaken stretching away. They have to be in the 800-point range. Remember, 886 points for Mikey Jones. At the top of the tree, he's clearly in pole position at the moment, and it's going to have to be a very good swim from someone to try and get inside that 886 points. Bastaken looking good. The Netherlands swimmer swims in the national open water events in the Netherlands, and he is being encouraged by his teammates here, encouraged by his coaches. He's going to head for home at halfway point here. Let's check the splits for Bastaken, 2:02.87. That's a little bit faster than he went this morning. Lewis White, 2:07.18, still pretty much on course now, Lewis White. Here's the British record holder, and he's got to be very close to that British record if he is going to achieve that consideration time for the GB team for the London World Championships in September. Very close for third, fourth, and fifth. It's Justin Capps, Oliver Carter, and Oliver Hine coming back into contention now. Ollie Hine was Paralympic champion in the S8 class. He's now been reclassified to the S9, and he's got a very tough standard to try and achieve. Lewis White is pretty much on course for that standard. So can Oliver Hine get up alongside his Great Britain teammate Lewis White to try and challenge the time here? Oliver Hine in lane number 5, just pulling away from the two on inside him, Oliver Carter and Justin Capps. Keep an eye now on the time. Bastaken is increasing that lead, I think, 3:07.71. We'll check the time for Lewis White. I think he's just drifting off that pace that he needs. He's gone over in 3:15.58. And Lewis White's going to be a very tough last 100 to try and get back inside the standard. 4:19.59 he needs, but Lewis White, we know he's a very good sprinter, very good 50 and 100 freestyler. Has he got the stamina for this 400? Bastaken, though, has swum this really, really well. He goes over the last turn now, 3:39.89, and he is on his way back now, trying to improve on that time of 4:09.85 that he set in the heats this morning. Lewis White goes over 3:50.11. Ollie Hine, 3:52, not far behind Lewis White as he comes down to this final 50 now. Ollie Hine trying to stay ahead of Oliver Carter and David Grachat, who has finished very strongly, the Portuguese swimmer, in all of his races that he's had already this week. Bastaken is home in a time of 4:09.50. Lewis White trying to come home now under that 4:19, but he's not going to make it, unfortunately. He's going to be in the 4:20s. It's 4:24.02 for Lewis White. It's David Grachat getting in just behind Ollie Hine, actually. Ollie Hine getting the touch, 4:26.40. David Grachat, 4:26.57. A number of the swimmers there, John, in the 800 points range. But Bastaken, I think, is the top of them all. Great swim from the front of the field, 864 points for the Netherlands swimmer.
And there we have it, those results have been confirmed. You can see up on your screen, so just waiting for the summary now to find out our medalists of those world finals of the men's 400-meter freestyle. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, in the bronze medal position, representing Manchester, Lewis White with 8.48. Bas Takken for the Netherlands in silver with 8.64. And in the gold medal position, Michael Jones representing City of Manchester, 886 points.
That looked like that was painful for Bas Takken there. What a great swim from the front of the field, 409.50. Mikey Jones sitting pretty in the top seat there. Well done, Mikey. Two great swims.
This is the men's 400-meter freestyle national final. In lane 9, representing Hastings, Callum Pearson. In lane 8, representing Newquay, Kieran Williams. In lane 1, representing Orion, Scott Hadley. In lane 7, representing Leatherhead, Connor Ballard. In lane 2, representing Bolton Metro, Luke Batty. In lane 6, representing Royal Wolverhampton, James Brown. In lane 3, representing Basildon, Rowan Brennan. In lane 5, representing Bridlington, Charlie Coolum. And in lane 4, representing Oswestry, Tom Piggott. This is the men's 400-meter freestyle national final.
So this is the national final. Again, almost all S10s and S9s. Just one swimmer in the S8 classification, Scott Hadley, going in lane number 1, right down at the bottom of your screen. Callum Pearson, the S10 swimmer, was the fastest from qualification. Callum Pearson went through 4:41.48. It's the same class as the swimmer next to him, Kieran Williams from Newquay. Kieran Williams has gone out a little bit faster, 30.21 on that first 50. Connor Ballard also in the mix as well, a Leatherhead swimmer. In terms of points, watch out for James Brown, Royal Wolverhampton. His time from the heats, 4:55. And the S9 swimmer may well have a chance in terms of points. James Brown going through in a 109.98. Kieran Williams from UK still leads them. It's a good start for him. But Callum Pearson coming through strongly now in the outside lane. Kieran Williams just with the edge. Looks like a good head-to-head between these two so far. They come up to the 150 mark. Again, we're looking for some of the junior swimmers here to try and make a move here. We saw Luke Batty yesterday wearing one of the junior titles. Rowan Brennan going in lane number 3. He may well also have a chance. The two S9 swimmers will go in lanes 2 and 3, right next to each other. Kieran Williams is one of those with a possibility of taking that junior title, and he leads the entire field at the moment, a new key swimmer. Callum Pearson just behind him now, but Callum Pearson, we know, will be strong in the second half of this one. The gap is around about a second between the two of them as they go over the halfway point. Conor Ballard not too far behind, and maybe about 7 seconds behind is James Brown. There's one lane down there, just on the top of those yellow lane markers, as we look at it on the screen. Level with Charlie Coulomb there, who goes in lane number 5. And Tom Piggott also going well in the centre lane, that red cap of Tom Piggott from Oswestry. But going along very nicely, Kieran Williams. I think James Brown probably at this point, as James Brown coming in lane number 6, just going over now on that turn. I think he may be in pole position in terms of points, but remains to be seen. Still a long way to go. There'll be 100 to go when they get down to this bottom end. James Brown and Callum Pearson, in terms of points, only separated by 2 points in terms of qualification, but it was 14 seconds of difference in terms of time, so we know that James Brown has got to be within 14 seconds of the leading S10 if he's going to get the most points totals. Kieran Williams is the man who he has to beat. He'll have 100 to go. Kieran Williams, he's gone over there in 3:30.06. Kieran Williams. So that is a good improvement for Kieran Williams on what he went from this morning. He was 3:31.99, so a second, almost 2 second difference from the time that he swam in the heats, Kieran Williams. So he's looking good as he approaches this final turn. He swam this well, the new key swimmer. He spoke to Jonathan Fox last night, a Cornwall man who swam down in Newquay for a number of years before moving up to Manchester. He'd be proud of his Newquay man doing the county of Cornwall proud. Kieran Williams is ahead of Callum Pearson now. Conor Ballard next, and James Brown, well, 9 seconds the advantage if it stays 9 seconds behind Kieran Williams and James Brown. James Brown is going to come out with the highest points totals, and James Brown now is just about being headed by Conor Ballard, but here comes Kieran Williams. Kieran Williams coming into the closing stages now. It's going to be a good points total for Kieran in 599 points. Is it going to be good enough? Is James Brown going to be close enough to get a higher points total? I think he might be, 632 points. The gap was 10 seconds in the end. It was good enough for James Brown, who improved on his qualification time to get 632 points. So well done to James Brown taking that one in terms of points. We'll wait, of course, for Scott Hadley from Orion to finish, but I don't think the Orion swimmer will be able to challenge the points total of James Brown there, 632. But Scott Hadley, wonder if he can get inside his qualification time of 5:36.53 to make this national final. I think as he approaches the last 5, he's just going to slip by, but the young man from Orion in the S8 classification, Scott Hadley, takes it 437 points, 5 minutes 42.15. So as it stands, James Brown swam that well, improved on his heat time in the final, 632 points to take that national final.
Well, here we are back in studio being joined by the winner of our World Series final, Mikey Jones. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, now I know we were just chatting, you said we're happy with this morning as opposed to this evening, but you got the consideration time, a great end to your week.
Yeah, very, very happy with this morning. Tonight, I just made a few mistakes in the final. I went out a little bit too fast, but it's a learning curve, and we'll move forward with that.
And of course, you weren't around when the Paralympics were in 2012. You weren't in the squad. What will it mean to go back to the Aquatic Centre in London if you are picked for that team?
I did the 2012 trials, and it's an amazing facility. Before Rio, we had our holding camp down there, and obviously it's a great place. Hopefully get a great crowd there, lots of support, and it'll be a fantastic opportunity for our younger swimmers to get that experience and be important for their development moving ahead towards Tokyo.
And you are the Paralympic champion. Of course, you won that in Rio. Fantastic swim in Rio. You're the European champion. You won in Dublin. Be great to have the full set, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. That's obviously a big long-term goal, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we get a nice solid block of training and just see what happens, assuming I'm selected.
Well, fingers crossed for you, mate. Congratulations on making the time. It was brilliant watching you in there. Go and celebrate now. Put your feet up for a bit. Job done. But congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Mikey Jones.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the women's 400-meter freestyle. Presenting the medals, Paralympic champion Stephanie Slater, MBE. Winner of the bronze medal, representing Poland, Olivia Jablonska. Winner of the silver medal, representing Canada, Aurélie Rivard. And winner of the gold medal and 2019 World Series winner and top British performance, representing Camden Swiss Cottage, Eleanor Simmonds. Our top junior British swimmer, representing Wickham District, Katie Crowhurst. Glasgow, give it up for our medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's 400-meter freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal, representing City of Manchester, Lewis White.
Winner of the silver medal, representing Netherlands, Bas Takken. Winner of the gold medal and 2019 World Series winner and top British performer, representing City of Manchester, Michael Jones. And top junior British swimmer, representing Newquay, Kieran Williams. Glasgow, give it up for our medalists. This is the women's 200-meter freestyle World Series Final 2. In lane 9, representing City of Salford, Georgia Sheffield. In lane 0, representing Colchester Phoenix, Ellie Chalice. In lane 8, representing City of Derby, Megan Neve. In lane 1, representing United States of America, Leanne Smith. In lane 7, representing United States of America, Leslie Kichoke. In lane 2, representing Swindon Dolphins, Susanna Hext. In lane 6, representing France, Tessa Marco. In lane 3, representing Italy, Monica Boccioni. In lane 5, representing Canada, Justine Moria. In lane 4, representing France, Meili Chevalier. This is the women's 200-meter freestyle World Series Final 2.
So this is the first of the two finals in the World Series in the 200 freestyle. S14s across the pool from lane 4 onwards, and they have gone ahead of the rest of the field. All in the same class there, so it's a Straight battle at the top end of the pool. Further down, Susanna Hext in lane number 2. Monica Borgioni in lane number 3. They're in the S5 class. Leanne Smith and Ellie Chalice in lanes 1 and 0 in the S3 class. So 3 different classes represented here. We'll have to wait and see who is the biggest point earners. Leanne Smith had a good heat swim. 3:38 for the American. She'd probably start as favourite for this first of the finals. Going over, though, first place at the halfway point, Megan Neve. A good start for the Derby swimmer, Megan Neve. She's followed closely by Georgia Sheffield and by Leslie Chichoki. But Megan Neve looks like she's got the edge here of the S14s. It's all S14s in the final to come. So Megan Neve's trying to set the target for that final to follow here. We'll keep an eye on the other swimmers as well from the physical impaired classes, the S3s and the S5s. But it's the intellectually impaired swimmers who are leading them out here. Doesn't mean to say necessarily that they're going to have the highest points totals. We'll keep an eye on those other swimmers as we come to the end of the race. You see the S14 swimmers just stretching away from the others, as we would expect. Monica Borgioni, probably the best of the physically impaired swimmers, with a time of 2:58.21. But here comes Megan Neve now. She is going to take this one, I think. Entry time of 2:28 from the heats. And she's coming away clear of Georgia Sheffield. 2:28 is the time she set this morning. She's improved that by a long way. 2:25.43 for Megan Neve. She'll be pleased with that final swim. Georgia Sheffield, 2:28.33. So you see the points there. 5:91 for Megan Neve. We'll see if the likes of Monica Borgioni can challenge that one. The Italian, winner of the World Series, the overall World Series in 2017, a World Championship medalist for Italy, coming into the closing stages now, the Italian, and she is in 2:55.78. And that is 821 points. Wow, great points total for Monica Borgioni. Susanna Hext, she set the British record this morning, 3:11.26. She's going to be very close to that one as well. Susanna Hext coming in now, 3:13.36, 616 points for the GBS5 swimmer. Leanne Smith from the USA. This could be a big points total for the USA swimmer. She's in the S3 class, 2 classes lower than the swimmers we have just seen finish. She went this morning, a very good time of 3:38.04. She's coming in now faster than that, and that is a big points total for her. 3:35.97 for Leanne Smith, and that is 849 points. As it stands, that is the best points total so far. We're still waiting for Ellie Chalice, the youngster. Ellie Chalice coming in lane number 0. What a couple of days that Ellie Chalice has had. A real star of the future, I'm sure we're watching in the S3 class. She is affected in all 4 limbs. And Ellie Chalice coming in now. She set a British record this morning, 4:25.18. I wonder if she's going to get close to that. Let's give her some encouragement now. Ellie Chalice coming in, 4:25.18 is the target for Ellie Chalice. She's going to be very close again to a record time, 4:24.97. She's inside her own British record. Ellie Chalice again rewrites the record books. Well done, Ellie Chalice. Our results, we're waiting for confirmation of that result. And here we have it. Leanne Smith, 849 points confirmed in first position in that World Series Final 2. Monica Borgioni, 821 points in second. Susanna Hext sitting in third at the moment, 6:16, with that British record for Ellie Chalice.
This is the women's 200-meter freestyle World Series Final 1. In lane 9, representing City of Norwich, Jessica Jane Applegate. In lane 0, representing Hong Kong, China, Chuang Hoying. In lane 8, representing Hatfield, Louise Fiddis. In lane 1, representing Basildon and Phoenix, Danielle Harton. In lane 7, representing Sweden, Pernilla Lindberg. In lane 2, representing Japan, Mami Ionu. In lane 6, representing Ammon Valley, Chloe Davis. In lane 3, representing Hong Kong, China, Chong Sui Ki. In lane 5, representing Japan, Amisa Kitano. And in lane 4, representing Hong Kong, China, Chan Yui Lam. This is the women's 200-meter freestyle World Series Final 1.
We saw an excellent swim from Jessica Jane Applegate in the qualification heats this morning. Dip under that consideration time for the GB team. The time she dipped under was 209.91. Her 849 points is the leader at the moment for Leanne Smith on the USA. Monica Boggioni, 821. If the likes of Jessica Jane Applegate can repeat the swim from this morning, might claim her the top spot here. 871 points with a time of 207.80. So that's going to put her ahead of Leanne Smith as it stands. Jessica Jane Applegate, though, pressure off in terms of achieving that consideration time. Louise Fiddis, though, still has to dip under the 209 mark. I wonder if Louise Fiddis can just track her GB teammate, Jessica Jane Applegate. Jessica Jane Applegate's gone out a little bit faster, and Louise Fiddis right there with her. We know that Louise Fiddis is very strong in the closing stages of races. We saw that in the 200 meters individual medley. She is a breaststroke specialist, of course, and she's always very strong at the tail end of the 100 meters breaststroke. But the two GB swimmers ahead now of the world champion Pernilla Lindberg of Sweden, and it's very close for the other places right down the field. But Jessica Jane Applegate now going over in a time of 1:34.65. Again, a little bit faster than she went this morning. Right beside her is Louise Fiddis, 2:09.91. Remember the consideration time, which Applegate already has, but Fiddis doesn't. And if she can hold on to Applegate here, she might be able to dip under that mark as well. Louise Fiddis and Jessica Jane Applegate. This looks like the contest for the World Para Series gold here. Applegate looking round, but Fiddis coming back now. It's very close at the end now, all on the touch. It's Applegate will get it, I think, by 0.3 of a second. And two excellent times there. And both of those GB swimmers go under the consideration standard for the GB team. Louise Fiddis adds her name to Jessica Jane Applegate for the qualification standard for that particular event. 881 points, 874 points as it stands will put them in gold and silver. But it was a battle royal for the gold there. Fiddis coming back on Applegate all the way. And there is a very happy Fiddis family. She has dipped under that consideration time. The pressure is off. I'm sure the pressure seems to be telling on the family.
It certainly did. I mean, they were over the moon, as is she. What a race there. What a finish. Oh, down to the touch. I love a race like that, Paul. Gets my heart going.
I got everybody going there. Louise Fides, she will be delighted with that one. There we go. Louise Fides just behind Jessica Jane Applegate and Pernilla Lindberg in third place. The 2GB swimmers under the consideration time for the World Championships.
There it is. They are the results confirmed. Congratulations. Leanne Smith from the United States of America, the bronze medal position, 849. Louise Fides on 874 in the silver medal position. And Jessica Jane Applegate taking the title there, World Series final with 881 points. What a swim.
Oh, Leanne Smith moved across to third place. There's the 2GB swimmers. Louise Fides in the middle there. Jessica Jane Applegate is the World Para Series champion, but she was made to work all the way for that one. And a good time for Jessica Jane, 207.35. That's faster than she went in the qualification heats.
This is the women's 200-meter freestyle national final. In lane 3, representing Harrogate, Charlie Vines. In lane 5, representing Wickham District, Fern Iowanu. In lane 4, representing Motherwell, Amy McFarlane. This is the women's 200-meter freestyle national final.
Well, 3 swimmers taking the start for this national final. Big favourite for this one will be Fern Iowanu, Wickham District swimmer. Achieved the qualification time of 2:27.90. Well ahead of the other 2, Amy McFarlane and Charlie Vines. Pretty close though. This could be a good tussle for second position. You never can tell. Fern Iowanu, that green cap, going out strongly. Wickham District swimmer has been showing some good form here. Fern Iowanu. And her brother also swimming here. The S14's all the way in this national final as well. 200 freestyle, well, is eligible for the S14s to swim it, as we know. And any of the physical impairment classes for S5 and below. So all national finals though. Our S14 classification, and as expected, Fern Iowanu going out strong in the early stages. Wonder if she can just push herself here. Not going to have anyone around her. Can she go faster than the time that she set in the heats in qualification? 2:27.90. Amy McFarlane, one of the local swimmers from just down the road, Motherwell and Wishaw. It's got big support here, Amy McFarlane. In one of our local pools. She doesn't live very far away from here at all. Charlie Vines ahead of her at the moment, but it'd be nice for the home crowd here, all the supporters for Amy McFarlane, to try and get in ahead of Charlie Vines here. It'd be nice for her supporters there, but Charlie Vines is not going to give this one away. The Harrogate swimmer will fight all the way, I'm sure, with that yellow cap of Harrogate. Fern Iowanu going over for the final turn as Amy McFarlane coming past Charlie Vines now, showing the strength. Amy McFarlane with Fern Iowanu on her way back now. She went over there in 1:52.06. She has a lead of about 9 seconds over Amy McFarlane. Charlie Vines, I wonder what she has left now. Charlie Vines coming back strongly, but it looks like Amy McFarlane just has the edge here as Fern Iowanu heads for home We will check the time as she comes into the last 10 meters. Fern Ioanu, 2:27 in 9-0, but she's not going to achieve that, but she is going to win the national final. 2:32.29. 515 points for Fern Ioanu. 2:32.29. Amy McFarlane, a good second half, showing her experience there in the second half of the race. 2:44.27 for Amy, 410 points. And Charlie Vines not too far behind, 2:47.55 for Charlie Vines, 386 points. So the result is official. Fern Ioanu takes that national title. 2:32.29, 515 points ahead of McFarlane and Vines.
And here we are back in the Deep End Live studio with two very special guests. We're being joined by the winner of that World Series final. Killer time there, Jessica Jane Applegate. And of course, our young junior who's smashing this week, Ellie Chalice. Welcome to the studio, girls. Jessica, let's start with you. What a race. And under the consideration time, how did you feel with that one?
Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Like, we actually went back and researched my times from Europeans, and that's even faster than what I went at Europeans. So it's really good to finally be getting back on track because I've not PB'd in that for about 4 years. So working with my coach and slowly getting the time back down, I'm really happy with that swim.
You, Paul.
You've been right at the top of the game, right back from 2012 in London. You really burst onto the scene. And hopefully, if you're selected, you'll be going back there, back to the aquatic centre again. That's got to be good news for you.
Yeah, it's really good. It's not very far away from home, which is great. Anyone that knows me knows that I'll take a suitcase of food wherever I go, so not got to worry about weight allowance for me.
I love that. And Ellie as well, I mean, you've had an amazing week so far here, really bursting onto the scene. How exciting is it to get in the pool, to be racing some people like Jessica and in the pool with these athletes?
It's really good to see people that have gone to the Paralympics and to see Jess at a local competition.
And you've been swimming amazingly. How's training been and preparations for this event?
It's gone really well, but yeah.
Can be better. I mean, British records dropping left, right and centre. Jess, under the consideration time, big congratulations to you. Hoping to see you in London this summer, fingers crossed. And well done, Ellie. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for our amazing athletes. This is the men's 200-meter freestyle World Series Final 2. In lane 1, representing Japan, Takayuki Suzuki. In lane 7, representing Dice, Connor Morrison. In lane 2, representing Spain, Antoni Ponce Bertran. In lane 6, representing Dundee, Jack Milne. In lane 3, representing Belgium, Aymeric Parmentier. In lane 5, representing Netherlands, Bram Dalman. And in lane 4, representing Spain, Javier Labrador Fernandez. This is the men's 200-meter freestyle World Series Final 2.
S14s. Again, dominating this one, but we do have two high-quality physical impairment athletes there. Takayuki Suzuki in lane number 1 and Anthony Ponce-Bertrand in lane number 2. Suzuki, S4 swimmer. Bertrand, S5 swimmer. Japanese swimmer and the Spanish swimmer side by side there at the bottom of the screen. Going over first of the S14s, of the 5 S14s, Conor Morrison in 28.02, followed by Bram Dowman, 28.61, and Jack Milne, 28.65. Labrador Fernandez also under the 29-second mark, 28.98 for the Spanish swimmer. Suzuki has gone over in 40.63, with Ponce-Bertrand 37.54. Well, as they come to the halfway point, Conor Morrison leads them through under the 1 minute mark. It's a good first 100 for Conor. Better known as a breaststroke specialist, he will swim in the breaststroke tomorrow. And he was a silver medalist at the European Championships in 100 meters breaststroke. But Conor Morrison stretching away here from the field. At the halfway point, Anthony Ponce-Bertrand has gone over in 1:15.19. And Takayuki Suzuki, 1:26.46 for the Japanese swimmer. Conor Morrison is over on the last turn here. And he's heading for home. This split for Conor Morrison, 1:32.59. At the 1:50 mark, he has around about a 3-second lead over Jack Milne, 1:35.85 for the Dundee City Aquatic swimmer. But here comes Conor Morrison now, looking pretty strong in the closing stages of this one. 1:32 at the 1:50 mark. He's going to be around about 2:05-ish at the finish. 2:05.94 for Conor Morrison. 775 points for the man from the northeast of Scotland. He's followed home by Bram Dowman, who just gets ahead of Jack Milne, 2:09 and 2:10. Labrador Fernandez, 2:10 as well. Parmentier, 2:12. And here comes Anthony Ponce-Bertrand. Looks like Conor Morrison, the highest points total so far was 775. But Ponce-Bertrand is ahead of that, 811 points for Ponce-Bertrand. And here comes Taka Suzuki, 2:15.33 for Taka Suzuki at the 1:50 mark. Can he get inside the points total of Anthony Ponce-Bertrand? 811 points for the Spaniard. What is it going to be for Suzuki as he comes into the finish? Takayuki Suzuki in now, and it is 923 points for Takayuki Suzuki. And that will be the target for the heat to come. 923 points for Takayuki Suzuki. 811 for Anthony Ponce-Bertrand, 234.03. Conor Morrison, 775 points, is the top of the S14 classification. So, result is official now. Takayuki Suzuki wins that one in terms of points, 923 ahead of Anthony Bertrand, 811, and Conor Morrison, 775.
This is the men's 200-meter freestyle World Series Final 1. In lane 9, representing City of Norwich, Jordan Catchpole. In lane 0, representing Torfane Dolphins, Alex Rosser. In lane 8, representing Torfane Dolphins, Dylan Broom. In lane 1, representing Finland, Neda Kalili. In lane 7, representing Swim Bournemouth, George Kelman-Johns. In lane 2, representing Iceland, Robert Isaac Johnson. In lane 6, representing Japan, Keiichi Nakajima. In lane 2, representing Wickham District, Tyler Ianwanu. In lane 5, representing City of Glasgow, Lewis Lawler. And in lane 4, representing France, Nathan Maillet. This is the men's 200-meter freestyle World Series Final 1.
Oh, you saw the 3 swimmers in the hot seat there. Takayuki Suzuki, 923 points. That is going to be very tough to beat for any of the swimmers in this final. Jordan Catchpole, probably the most likely here. It's S14s all the way in this one. Jordan Catchpole, very good heat swim, 157.99. He has to prove by around about a second on that heat time if he is going to challenge the consideration time for the GB team for the World Championships. That stands at 156.90. Tom Amos did that standard in the heats, not taking part in the final. I wonder if Jordan Catchpole can do something special here. He's going to have to be very close to the time that he did in the heats to be better than Takayuki Suzuki. 923 points is the target for this heat. And it is Jordan Catchpole leads them through, 56.82. He's faster than he went this morning. He's given himself a real chance here. Nakajima in second place for Japan. Louis Lawler, the City of Glasgow swimmer, a lot of home support for him. He's in third at the moment. But Jordan Catchpole, can he hold on here? Jordan Catchpole, when he swam this morning, he went through at the 150 stage in around about 127.90. He's coming up to the turn now, and 127.11. He is faster by 0.8 of a second. Nakajima, 129.03. Dylan Broom has come into third now, 129.38. But here comes Jordan Catchpole. Can he get under that qualification standard? The very tough 156.90. Jordan Catchpole, he's feeling the pace. He's going ahead now. It is really close for Jordan Catchpole. 156.90 is the target. I think it's going to slip by for Catchpole. 158.12. It's 940 points for Jordan Catchpole. It will be a World Para Series win for him if the result is confirmed. He will knock Takayuki Suzuki off the top spot in second place with 201.43, 865 points for Nakajima, 844 points for Dylan Broom in third place, 202.44. But Jordan Catchpole, well, he gave himself a real chance there. 940 points, 158.12, just outside that consideration time. But Jordan Catchpole is the World Para Series winner, 940 points, ahead of Nakajima of Japan, 865 points, and Dylan Broom, 844 points. Jordan Catchpole is the World Para Series winner, 940 points, ahead of Takayuki Suzuki from Japan, 923 points. And it's Japan in third place too. It's Kaiichi Nakajima, 865 points. Those are your 3 World Para Series medalists.
This is the men's 200-meter freestyle national final. In lane 9, representing Newquay, Cameron Verncombe. In lane 0, representing Littlehampton, Joseph Greaves. In lane 8, representing City of Coventry, Joshua Fairchild. In lane 1, representing Blackpool, Ryan Potter. In lane 7, representing Scarborough, Agnes Leckenby. In lane 2, representing Musselburgh, Dylan Bleakley. In lane 6, representing Cockermouth, Evan Holt. In lane 3, representing Kingston Hull, Owen Garsides. In lane 5, representing Bridge, Matthew Scott. In lane 4, representing Motherwell, Logan Smith. This is the men's 200-meter freestyle national final.
Cameron Burncoombe again in pole position in this national final, right out there in lane number 9. He swam well yesterday. Hopefully going to follow up with a good swim today. Another swimmer from Newquay with entry time of 2:13.81. Joshua Fairchild right next to him. Entry time of 2:15.33. I say entry time, qualification time from the heats this morning. Cameron Burncoombe goes through in 29.46. Joshua Fairchild second, 30.48. Angus Leckenby, 30.57. So the top 3 in terms of heats times are leading the field at the moment as they come down to halfway. Cameron Burncoombe, born in 2002, so just 17 years of age this year. Cameron Burncoombe, around for a few years. I remember him a few years back swimming in the UK school games. He's certainly come on, and he's gone through the halfway point in 103.78. Joshua Fairchild in second position, 104.91, with Dylan Bleakley from Musselburgh coming through into third now. Musselburgh swimmer, 105.48. So it is going to be very, very close, but Cameron Burncoombe looks like he just has the edge over Joshua Fairchild there as they come up to the final turn. We'll try and keep you updated on the splits here. Some scoreboard troubles here in Tollcross, but as Cameron Burncoombe goes over in that final turn, he goes over in 138.87, just ahead of Joshua Fairchild, 139.67. Could be another real battle here as they're coming down. Evan Holt in third from Cockermouth, Angus Leckenby in fourth from Scarborough, but Cameron Burncoombe looks like he's going to hold on here. Joshua Fairchild is trying to come back from City of Coventry. We saw City of Coventry swimmer have a good swim yesterday. He's coming back now, really strongly on Cameron Burncoombe in the closing stages here, but Burncoombe might just hold on here. It's very close indeed, but Burncoombe will get it in 2:13.43. Joshua Fairchild, 2:13.87, and Angus Leckenby in third in 2:16.40, just 1/10 of a second ahead of Evan Holt, 2:16.50 for Evan Holt from Cockermouth. Points totals 652 for Burncoombe, and that touch ahead of Joshua Fairchild, 645 for Fairchild. Angus Leckenby and Evan Holt separated by 1 point only, 610 and 609. Waiting for the official result to come through. As it stands though, Cameron Burncoombe will take that national final. Times, just to reiterate that, 2:13.43 for Cameron Burncoombe, 2:13.87 for Joshua Fairchild in second.
And for everyone who is participating in the skins, if you could please make your way to the call room now. Anyone who's participating in the skins event, if you could make your way to the call room. Apologies for the scoreboard being down. We are hoping to have that rebooted for the skins event, but the results have been confirmed. Angus Leckenby with 610 points in bronze there, 216.40. Third place. In second place, Joshua Fairchild for the City of Coventry with 213.87, 645 points. And Cameron Verncombe in first place for Newquay with 213.43, 652 points. Congratulations to those athletes. Here we are in the studio, back in Deep End Live with Jordan Catchpole, winner of the World Series final. Congratulations, what an end to your night.
I'm happy with that. I'm very tired, as you can tell. So, I mean, I might not be speaking very great, but it is what it is.
Speaking brilliantly, mate. I know the last sort of back end of that race looked like a hard push for you. How was it for you? How did it feel?
I feel like I took that out a bit too quick in the final. I went out this morning in a really relaxed sort of style, so I thought I'll push it a little bit more tonight and see how I feel, and that really paid off in the last 50. That hurt so much.
You really had to go out for it because the standard is very, very tough to achieve, very, very close to the world record time held by Tom Amos, and he got it this morning, and you really went for it tonight. We're really proud of you to try that. It was a fantastic effort.
Thank you, yeah. I feel like it would have helped if I had Tom in there with me, because I normally pace it off him, so...
Yeah.
But it is what it is, isn't it?
It is, and I know, looking forward to the summer, big summer ahead. How's preparations and focus coming towards that?
Everything's going really well. I've been 100%, I've been training as hard as I can, so I just got to get back in tomorrow, 100 back, and try to qualify for Worlds.
It's your big one. Well, look, we're looking forward to seeing you back in the water tomorrow. 100 back, it's a great race for you.
Thank you.
Brilliant to see you have a win tonight as well. Congratulations. And you've made it onto our wall. Best of British.
Thank you.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Catchpole. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the women's 200-meter freestyle. Presenting the medals, Scottish Amateur Swimming Association President, Morag MacDonald. Winner of the bronze medal, representing United States of America, Leanne Smith. Winner of the silver medal, representing Hatfield, Louise Fides. Winner of the gold medal and 2019 World Series winner and top British performance, representing City of Norwich, Jessica Jane Applegate. And top junior British performance, representing City of Salford, Georgia Sheffield. Glasgow, give it up for our medalists.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's 200-meter freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal representing Japan, Kaichi Nakajima. Winner of the silver medal representing Japan, Takayuki Suzuki. Winner of the gold medal and 2019 World Series winner and top British performance representing City of Norwich, Jordan Catchpole. And top junior British performance representing Louth, Harvey Phillips. Glasgow, give it up for our medalists.
Let's see. Medal presentations complete, but the evening is not complete. We have your favorite, John Mason, the Skins.
I am so excited. I've been hanging for this the last 2 days, and here it is. We've got it tonight and tomorrow night. The Skins. Athletes, if you are competing in the Skins events, we need you ASAP in the call room, because we're about to go. And I tell you what, it's going to be fast, it's going to be furious, it's going to be a whole lot of fun, and you're swimming for money.
You are swimming for money. A lot of money on offer, actually.
Yeah.
For a winner for each of the round of the Skins. The Skins, of course, you'll swim 50-meter events in very, very quick succession. You'll lose the last swimmer in each of the rounds until we're left with just 2 swimmers who will fight it out for the first and second place. It's very, very fast. It's very exciting. And I love watching you run around poolside, John.
Oh, I tell you what, it gets my cardio in. After this week, I need it. But I love it because, you know, quite often we get sprint athletes in the pool. And if they make it through all the rounds, it's like doing, you know, 9 races. It's full out, I suppose, at 100%. So it's quite funny and humorous watching them, you know,
and a little bit
for money.
A little bit of a twist here is that we don't actually know which stroke it's going to be, because the strokes will change. There'll be a random draw done for the strokes, and the strokes will change as we go through the round. So you might find that you might lose some of the favorites early if it's a stroke they don't like, and then might favor some swimmers later on, the ones who can survive.
Oh yes, it is on. And I tell you what, we've got a great list. I'm looking down at our athletes that are going to be swimming. So we've had some of the winners, some of the medalists, some of the finalists who have made it in the last couple of days. So it's set to be an exciting one. And from all over the world as well. It's like a worldwide, you know, splash and dash.
Absolutely. 50 meters in quick succession, as we said. So we'll have the men's and first, and then quickly followed by the women's. Just a little bit of information for the swimmers.
This is the men's Skins event. In lane 8, Antoni Pons Bertran for Spain. In lane 7, representing Portugal, Diogo Cancella. In lane 6, representing Ireland, Barry McClements. In lane 5, representing Great Britain, Lewis White. In lane 4, representing Netherlands, Bas Takken. In lane 3, representing Portugal, David Grachat. In lane 2, representing Netherlands, Roger Dorsman. And in lane 1, representing South Africa, Christian Sadie. This is the women's skins event. In lane 8, representing Ireland, Nicole Turner. In lane 7, representing Ireland, Amy Marin. In lane 6, representing Spain, Sarah Gascon. In lane 5, representing Netherlands, Chantal Giedeveld. In lane 4, representing Italy, Carlotta Gilli. In lane 3, representing Great Britain, Tony Shaw. In lane 2, representing Germany, Elena Kravzol. And in lane 1, representing Canada, Tess Rootliff. This is the women's skins event. Now the time has come. My favorite part of these events, of course, is the skins. I'm being joined now by someone very, very special. He is our delegate from World Para Swimming. It's Tony Ward. Now, Tony, we are doing a pre-draw now for the skins event. Why are we doing this?
Because when it's disability and multi-class, then we have to score it by points. So the one with the lowest points gets eliminated, but we have to pre-load the system to do that.
Okay, so this is for the classifications of S5 to S13, that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
You're in for a real treat. So, we're going to draw our first one. This is going to be for the men's race number 1. Tony, put your hand in there. What will the men be swimming?
They will be swimming breaststroke.
That is the men. They will be swimming breaststroke for their first leg, so let's find out what the women will be swimming.
And for women's race number 1, Tony, what will the women be swimming?
They will be swimming freestyle.
Freestyle for women, but first it's the men. It is breaststroke. Over to the referee. Good luck, athletes.
We're waiting for the first round of the skins here. Remember, the last place swimmer will go out in this first round. They will collect the prize money, though, for 8th place, £15. And for each of the heats, there is a prize of £20 for the winner of each stroke. Well, I think lane number 1, Christian Sadie, well, he maybe hasn't heard what stroke it is. He is doing freestyle. And it is a breaststroke here, so it might be a free pass for the rest of the swimmers here. Who's going to get on top with points? Roger Dorsman, 8.69. And can anyone challenge the time there? 8.69 for Roger Dorsman. And it looks like it might be 953 for Anthony Ponce Bertrand. So the Spaniard, I think, will take that first.
Well, there you have it. Lane 1 was disqualified. That was a nice, easy start. But you know what? He's got himself £15. Christian, 15 quid, mate. There you go. Spend it wisely. How was that for you?
It was good. A bit tired, but it was good.
There you go. Bit tired, wrong stroke, but he's got himself 15 quid. Could be worse. All right, let's have a look at what the men will be swimming next.
For men's race number 2, they will be swimming
Freestyle.
But first up, it's the women with freestyle.
Freestyle now for the women. Who is going to get the top points total? Very difficult to tell here. We have a range of classifications all the way from S6, Nicole Turner, right up to S13, Carlotta Gili, the Italian. And Elena Kraslov has started well too, ahead of Kressler. There's Routcliffe from Canada. Elena Kravtsov and Carlotta Gili are going to touch the wall first. Gili will be first with a points total of 885. Elena Kravtsov just behind her. Wu is going to be the one to fall out here. It's a very high points total for everyone. And it looks like it might be Nicole Turner from Ireland. 679 points is not going to be good enough to stay. So it's going to be bye-bye to Nicole Turner from Ireland.
All right, we've had our first culling of the women's competition. Nicole Turner, congratulations, you're out first for 15 quid. How was that?
It was okay.
You know what that is? It's a dinner. Go treat yourself to dinner. She must be knackered. Right, let's find out what the women are going to be swimming next. Let's take a look.
Women's race number 2 will be
Freestyle.
Men are swimming freestyle. First up, the men with freestyle.
Who's going to survive this time? We have lost Christian Sari. It's freestyle this time. It could all change about again. Anthony Ponce-Bertrand, the lowest classification. Watch out for his points total, though. He goes in lane number 8. Out ahead is Bastaken, as you would have expected. Also, David Graxa going well. The Portuguese swimmer, Bastaken, is going to be into the wall first here. And points total of 671. Roger Dorsman, 660. 586 for Barry McClements. And 488 for Cancela from Portugal, and 643 for Ponce-Bertrand. It's the Portuguese swimmer, Diogo Cancela, will leave us at this stage. 488 points. It's not going to be good enough for Diogo Cancela, and he will collect 20 quid.
It's not bad, though. 7th place, 2 swims. Diogo, congratulations. Got yourself £20. How are you going to spend it?
I'm dying.
Oh, he's dying. You know what? Go and treat yourself. You've got something special. Right, what are the men going to be swimming next?
men's race number 3 will be
Freestyle.
But first, the women with freestyle.
So freestyle for the women again. Are we going to get the same result as before? Remember, £20 on offer for each of the winners of each of the individual races. Carlotta Gili took the 20 quid in that first heat of the women's race. It's going to be very tight in terms of time here. We've already lost one. Tess Rootliff is the lowest classification. Wait for her as she comes in. Carlotta Gili looks like she is going to be in again in lane number 4. Ahead again. There's Carlotta Gili, 850 points. 730 for Amy Marin. Is she going to survive? She is. And Tess Rootliff will be the one to leave us, the Canadian. 653 points for Tess Rootliff as Carlotta Gili wins another one.
Get that cardio in, I tell you what. Go on, Tess. She's getting out, she's getting her breath, I tell you what. It's a lot of swims, a lot of 50s. Go on. Tess, you're done. You know what? She's knackered, but you got yourself 20 quid. How's that?
It's pretty good. I mean, I expected to get out the first round, so.
Oh, you survived. We love it. Give me 5. Awesome stuff. Now it's over to see what the women are going to be swimming next.
Women's race number 3 will be swam as
backstroke.
Women will be swimming backstroke, but for the men, you are now swimming freestyle. The men freestyle.
Well, the men with freestyle again. Are we going to get the same result as well? We've got Anthony Ponce-Bertrand, who's just a bit detached there in lane number 8, but how are we going to do? Can he challenge the big guns in the middle? We're going for the next round. Prize money for the one of you goes out, 25 quid now. Can they survive a real test of stamina here? Bastaken again, coming through very, very strongly. David Grasha won the 20 quid for that last round. Can he follow that up again? The Portuguese swimmer, he loved the skins. He survived for quite a long time last year when they did it at these championships. He's behind Bastaken here. It's very close at the front now, and it is Bastaken will take it. 669. Lewis White, 718. Lewis White might take that one. In danger, it's very, very close. It's Barry McClements, 664. And it is the Irishman, I think. Barry McClements will just go out by 5 points. Roger Dorsman just ahead of him. And Bastaken, the 2 Netherlands swimmers, just survived there. McClements, it's bye-bye for you.
Not bad. They have it, Barry. He's done, but you know what? He's got himself 25 quid, so it could be a lot worse. It's a nice way to start your Friday night, I suppose. Barry, how was that, mate?
That was all right, yeah.
Seems to be a running theme here. You got yourself 25 quid, though, so there you go. How are you going to spend it?
Probably on food.
Don't spend it all at once. You know what? That's about 4 meals here in Glasgow. Right, what are the men swimming next?
Race number 4 for men will be
butterfly.
But first, the women with backstroke. We will not be using
no backstroke
ledges
in this one. No backstroke ledges in this one, of course. It's the backstroke for the women. This is a change of stroke. Who is going to survive this one? All the center lanes are still there. Well, it's going to be very, very tight here. 3 S9s in this one. Tony Shaw, Sarai Gascon, Amy Marin. 1 S10, Chantel Zuiderveld, Carlotta Gili, who has taken the 20 quid on the first 2. And she looks like she's in good shape to take it again, Carlotta Gili. Elena Kravtsov doesn't like the backstroke, but can she survive? Maybe in danger. Might be Sarai Gascon, the Spanish swimmer, the great Spanish champion, is coming home now. Carlotta Gili, it looks like she's going to take this one. But what are the points? It's 883 for Carlotta Gili. Great points total for her. 783 for Amy Marin. She survives. Elena Kravtsov, 601. But it is Sarai Gascon from Spain who will leave us 509 points. Another £20 in the pocket of Carlotta Gili, but another £25
Lane
for
6, apparently.
Sarai
I
Gascon.
can't hear anything. Lane 6. Who was in lane 6? Will someone give me some information?
It was Sarai Gascon. Sarai.
Darling, congratulations. You got yourself some £25. How are you going to spend it?
Yes, I'm very happy, but my backstroke is my, yes.
But you know what? You still did well. Got yourself 25 quid. Nice way to spend your Friday night. Congratulations. Love that. Next women's race is...
Race number 4 for women will be...
Backstroke.
But first, men with butterfly.
Well, I saw the men just walk past me as they came through. They were really breathing heavy, all of them, as they came past me in the commentary position. This butterfly is just not what they need. The 4 in the higher numerical classes are out fast. Lewis White, David Grachat, Roger Dorsman, Bas Takken, the 2 Netherlands swimmers were just about gone the last time. They managed to survive just ahead of Barry McClements there. It might be Anthony Ponce-Bertrand now in trouble. Coming into the finish now, 5.87 for Bas Takken, 5.63 for David Grachat. He's going to have to wait. Ponce-Bertrand coming in now. Can he be better than 5.63? He is better. And it's David Grachat will leave us, the Portuguese swimmer. Just goes out by 25 points there. David Grachat leaves us.
There you have it. David's coming out. £30. I wouldn't mind £30 for Friday night. There you are. It was, apparently, I've been told. It was you, kind of, unfortunately, you were out. Yes, yes, but you got yourself £30. Yeah, you happy with that?
Yes, very happy.
Very happy. Well, look, it's awesome to see you swimming again. £30. What are the men going to be swimming next?
Race number 5 for men will be...
Freestyle.
But first, the women with backstroke.
Oh, back onto the backstroke again. Who can survive this time? Elena Kravtsov, Tony Shaw, Carlotta Gilly, Chantal Zoudeville, Amy Marin. We're down to 5. Carlotta Gilly's absolutely dominated this, and she had a great swim in the backstroke as well. Can she hold on to the very, very end? Tony Shaw from Great Britain and Amy Marin from Ireland had a quite good swim in the backstroke the last time. Chantal Zoudeville, well, she was hoping for something different, I think, but she's going well in lane number 5. And also, Elena Kravtsov might be the one that might be in danger here, but she's pulling up alongside Tony Shaw here. It's going to be Carlotta Gilly absolutely dominating that one, and she will get it 8.50 for Carlotta Gilly, 7.79 for Marin, 6.69 for Steineveld, and Kravtsov is the one to go from Germany, Elena Kravtsov.
Here we are, we've had our next culling. Lane 2, Elena from Germany. Come on, Elena, down here, let's have a look. Here she is, seems to be catching her breath. I mean, that's a lot of 50s. Well done, Elena, congratulations. Here you are, you got £30. How are you feeling?
I'm just right. I hate backstroke.
You hate backstroke. Well, go get your breath, get yourself.
Oh, two Netherlands swimmer, can Lewis White survive as well? The final Great Britain swimmer standing there. Anthony Pons-Bertrand has done really well. The S5 swimmer right out there on the outside. He's been on his own for quite a while in these skins now. Lewis White and Bas Takken absolutely together here. Roger Dorsman might be the man in trouble here, but I think it's going to be Bas Takken will be in first, 6.66. Lewis White has survived. Roger Dorsman is in trouble now. Pons-Bertrand coming into the finish, and he will come in now, 7:01, and it's Roger Dorsman from the Netherlands who will leave us just by 10 points from his teammate.
Well, I tell you what, he's had a cracking swim in these skins. He's done really well. Hi, Roger. How you doing? You've won yourself 35 pounds. How was that for you?
Yeah, it was amazing.
You had fun?
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Here's your 35 pounds. I'll give that to you. Spend it wisely. Thanks for playing. What are the men swimming next?
The men in race number 6 will be swimming
breaststroke.
But first, the women with butterfly.
We're down now to the last four. This is the last four. Tony Shaw, Carlotta Gili, Chantal Zuiderveld, Amy Maran. Who does this one favour? It's going to be very tight. Can anyone challenge Carlotta Gili from Italy? She's been dominant so far. Can it continue? Just for survive. Who's going to be in the last three now? Tony Shaw from Great Britain in lane number 3, closest to us as we look at it here. Carlotta Gili, the great Italian champion, going really well. Chantal Zuiderveld as well from the Netherlands. She is trying to hold on to that position. She did well in the skins last year. She's doing well again. Amy Maran might be in trouble too. Amy Maran and Tony Shaw very, very close to each other. Carlotta Gili is coming home in front, and she will finish in 844 points. Zuiderveld 6.78, Shaw 8.13, and Maran 7.03. It's Chantal Zuiderveld from the Netherlands who will leave us, but only just.
No, you got another race. Chantal, you can take a breather now. Wow, amazing swimming though. Amazing swimming. How was that?
I think I'm going to sleep a lot tonight.
That's what we like to hear. Here you got 35 pounds. Get yourself some food. Sleep well. We'll see you back tomorrow, yeah? Yes. What are the women swimming next? Let's take a look.
The women in race number 6 will be swimming
breaststroke.
But first, the men with breaststroke.
Semi-final time for the men. Anthony Pons-Bertrand might be the slight favourite here. Bas Takken and Lewis White in the middle lanes. Can they survive? Who's going to go into the final? Well, Anthony Pons-Bertrand, the record holder, the world record holder in breaststroke for the SB5 class, has this played right into his hands right at the finish here. Lewis White and Bas Takken, well, they will go head-to-head here. These two, it's going to be a straight fight between these two. I think Bas Takken and Lewis White, they are both the same class in breaststroke, so whoever gets the touch ahead of the other will survive here. It is a real battle to see who will going to make this final. It might just be Lewis White just edging Bas Takken here. It's very close as Takken comes back, and it might be the Netherlands swimmer will take it in 35.32. Lewis White, 35.96. And Pons-Bertrand coming in now. Wow, 42.64. Pons-Bertrand will take that one. The breaststroke record holder survives.
Now we are just waiting for confirmation on those points. Checking with technical officials to make sure they are correct. before we find to that result, but first, the women are going to race theirs on breaststroke.
We are down to the last three now. Tony Shaw, Carlotta Gilli, and Amy Marin. Carlotta Gilli has taken absolutely everything. She's got a pocket full of cash to take back to Italy from the skin. She's won every round, I think. And Tony Shaw and Amy Marin, well, they will be the same classification, so it is a real head-to-head battle between these two. It could be Tony Shaw just edging Amy Marin as they come down to the last 15. No doubt about who's going to take this one. Carlotta Gilli will be ahead, but Amy Marin and Tony Shaw, they are fighting it out to see who's going to make that final. Gilli coming into the wall now, and she touches there, 6 out 8 points. And it could be Tony Shaw, I think, might just survive to the end, just ahead of Amy Marin. Tony Shaw and Amy Marin fighting it out, but Amy Marin, I think, will be the one to go.
Just waiting for the official result on this, and then we'll find out who has made it through to the final. Hello? Swimmers, relax while we sort the result. Swimmers, you may relax while we're sorting the result.
Well, the men are off doing butterfly. Oh, this next 50, Bastaken and Lewis White going head-to-head again, S10 and S9. Antonio Pons Bertran, there, the Spanish swimmer. Looks like Bastaken's going to be first into the wall ahead of Lewis White. Remember, he's one class down. Bastaken in there, with Lewis White in second, and Antonio Pons Bertran going to come in third here.
No, that's okay. I got money for you. Just waiting on the results for that to come in, but we're going to move on now with the women's final, and it's going to be butterfly.
Well, it was the two in the middle who progressed to the final here. Tony Shaw from Great Britain, Carlotta Giri from Italy. And can the youngster Tony Shaw challenge the great Italian champion Carlotta Giri? The S13 swimmer Tony Shaw pretty close here. She might have a little bit of a shout against Carlotta Giri on butterfly. It might be a little closer there. Carlotta Giri has dominated absolutely every round here. And Tony Shaw has got a little bit of ground to make up. We'll check the points totals here. Carlotta Giri, 800 points. Tony Shaw, 808 points. And Tony Shaw has taken that at the end, just beating the dominant Carlotta Giri. Unbelievable. 8 points separating the two swimmers. And Tony Shaw is the skins champion.
What a finish! You can come through, come on, quick through quickly. What a finish, Tony! To do it in front of the home crowd. How are you feeling?
A bit tired.
I'm sure, but you know what? You got yourself 100 quid. That's not bad, is it?
Yeah, it's great.
What are you going to spend it on?
Do a bit of shopping.
Treat yourself. You've earned it. Congratulations. First place, Tony Shaw. Carlotta, you swam incredibly. You've won yourself £75 for that and £20 for every race you won. You got your breath? How you feeling?
Oh, well, it is happy because I never do this competition this time, and so I don't know how it was when I tried.
You tried and you did brilliantly. Treat yourself on that. We're going to bring you the results when we can, but congratulations. Well done. Now, of course, we did have the men's competition. We will bring you the results with those when we can, but you need to sit tight because they're just sorting out something in technical. But that was the women's competition. What a race.
Well, what a way to finish. The skins always fast and furious. And John Mason is really tired out after running down, interviewing all these winners there and the cash winners. Great way to finish. It's been a great session. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Have a very good night. We will bring you the result of that final skins in the show tomorrow. So please tune in with us tomorrow for day 3 of the British Para-Swimming International Meet 2019. Thanks for your company. Have a very good night, and good night for now. See you tomorrow morning.